was at church one time, and we were praying for the people in Hawaii, and instead of saying volcanoes, I said avocados. During a prayer, and I'm like, dear God.
Come on. Yes, bitch.
Yes,
Can you do it without screaming? Now I have to put a hard limit.
You can only scream when you do that, Kyle.
Okay, yes, bitch.
Yes,
Welcome
bitch.
to episode 54 of the Thought Patrol podcast.
How you guys doing? Let's do the whole episode like that.
We're starting our makeup tutorial.
Yes, but the highlighter, and we need that foundation.
Oh my god.
Bitch.
You gotta sound like you're like right on the edge of orgasm.
We gotta do ASMR white girl shit.
Not that.
No ASMR white girl shit. It'll just be noises of coffees being made at Starbucks.
Just sound like
my
Poppy
God.
for you too.
You know, a lot of people drink coffee that's not white. I don't know where that was going.
I don't either. All right, like
What
I said,
the fuck?
what a weird
A lot
intro.
of people don't
Welcome
like Caucasian coffee.
I know, right? Oh,
You know,
racist fuck.
I've had Cuban coffee before, and that shit's pretty good.
It is.
It's full of sugar, though. Sugar kills.
It's designed to wake. Okay, welcome to episode 54 of the Thought Patrol podcast. We are here this week to present to you
Space Patrol.
our beautiful selves, as always. This is
And by beautiful, it just means me.
this is the greatest thing we have all ever done in our lives.
Yeah, that's my greatest achievement.
Yes.
Like, graduating, fuck that.
Yeah, dude. This internet show that gets to 3 people's ears a week. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
What was I going to say? But yeah, we're here. We're going to talk some fucking E3 this week. Some of the announcements we've heard recently as we get prepared to... You know what I want to do?
What?
It'd be super fucking
Gay
cool,
sex.
Caitlyn, if you and me sit down... That too, gay sex. I'm all about that.
Oh, I
you,
didn't even
you,
hear what you-
you and me sit down, Caitlyn, and when E3's happening, we like stream ourselves watching it.
You mean like me having a literal seizure? Like a little seizure when Fallout 76 comes on?
Yeah, I can just...
I think that's what you mean.
just seizing on the fucking spot.
Like we're still streaming and like the ambulance comes.
Yeah. Like those things where people get fucking swatted.
Yeah.
Sitting there like, bro, just streaming, bro. Get swatted.
Bro, I'm just seizuring, bro.
That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. And that wouldn't be too hard to set
What
up.
day is that? What day is E3?
You think I'd know, being a podcast host, but I can
come
Google
on.
it real
It's
quick.
it's the 20th. Like what day is that?
I'll find out. The 20th is a Wednesday.
It lasts
Yeah, I
for
don't
like
normally
3
work
days.
Wednesday.
Yes.
Wait, that's in 3 days?
Yeah. No, it's like it's a couple day thing. It's not just one night.
Oh, I'm stupid. No, I was like
Yeah,
3
it's
days? Like the 20th. What the hell?
Yeah. No. Today's the 4th, Shawn.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm ready for this
Oh
month
shit!
to be over already.
I blowed our cover. We were supposed to record yesterday.
Shit.
Listen,
Time to edit
audio issues are a thing in podcasts.
Blue. You blew. You just said I blowed our cover.
I blowed our cover.
Like fucking baby Huey and shit.
You know English, Kyle? It doesn't
No,
sound like
it's
it.
my second language.
Stop picking your nose.
Bitch.
Totally,
So there's a reason we don't do video on this podcast.
I was gonna say that.
I should be able to fondle my balls while we talk. Come on now.
in the same room as his sister.
Listen,
Pointing that out.
that reminds me that fucking
Why is he laughing?
everything goes back to SpongeBob, but that reminds me of that fucking
I'm
SpongeBob
laughing
thing.
because, like, right when he said "listen," it sounded like the
not
microphone
counting.
was just like right under his nose, like it was like "listen."
I gotta get my cowbell for when everyone interrupts me.
Oh yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Shawn. Fuck you up.
What was I gonna say? Fuck, I forgot.
Probably wasn't that important anyways.
So let us know if you guys are interested in that. I know a lot of people can't come out to those events. You guys work, have family, shit like that.
Like me.
We know, because we do too. I've been slacking on the YouTube channel with the mix of school and work and all that other shit. I want to get back to it. I've been playing Hollow Knight for like 6 months. I haven't fucking finished that game. So I really
I've been playing Persona 5 for literally a year.
off and on. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know if that sounds like a good idea to you guys out there. I know someone recently joined the Discord. Like it was earlier today. Because I know the bot like chimed in, but like she's retarded, so the command is messed up. Well, it's mostly my fault because I probably screwed up the command. So she's like welcome user and didn't actually say the person's name.
Wait, let me check.
So whoever you are, hey, let us know.
Should programmer just say welcome whoreface every time somebody joins? Welcome whoreface.
No, I deleted it because it made me look incompetent.
Wait, what'd you do?
I deleted the message because it made me look incompetent.
Why? Why would that make you look incompetent?
Because I don't know how to program a fucking bot.
No, wait. The person I'm talking about.
Oh, the person's name, I think.
Was it
Prove me if I'm wrong. I think it is. I'm in the wrong fucking Discord. My bad.
Is it in general?
They'd be in the member list. There's an entire member list. I think your name is Shakers30. So I have not seen you in the Discord before. They're not currently online. If you go to this little person, go all the way to the bottom, you'll see them Shakers30. Hey, I haven't seen that person. 30. But if you did join Shakers, thanks for stopping by, dude. Hey. Always appreciate you guys. That's the biggest thing you guys do for us. We're completely out of line here. We haven't talked about each other's weeks. Join the Discord, man. It's so nice to hear from you guys. Makes my day every single time. So, but let's actually get into our fucking podcast. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. So how's everyone's week been? We'll start with you, Shawn. How you've been? You fucking sexy hunk of meat, you.
Thank you. I have watched things and played some things, and I worked. It was very exciting.
All right, Cam,
I finished like 8 animes. It's mostly just 8 animes. I've been blowing through anime series like there's nobody's business.
All right, out of any of these animes that you have watched, can you recommend one to someone here today? Something that you think someone should watch? Anybody listening right now?
I'd suggest Rage of Bahamut to pretty much anyone.
I fucking love that show, Rage of Bahamut. And the interesting thing, it's based on a fucking mobile game, and it's really good.
A card game. Yeah, CCG.
So interesting.
So was that Grandia one we watched, or Grand Blue?
Blue Fantasy was also
the room,
a mobile CCG,
and they went in an elevator.
It's an anime.
Yeah.
Another?
No.
I know someone died in an elevator in another. Was that another?
It was that was another. But it was an elevator.
Okay. Really not being descriptive here.
It was like
another was it.
This guy.
Was that the curse one?
It was like kind of.
Yeah, another was the curse one.
They were all dead.
That was really good.
Oh, that wasn't based on a card game. Are we talking Corpse Party?
Does have to be, wait.
Corpse Party had an anime
Party
movie.
They were
not Corpse Party. No, it had dead people.
Dead people.
They were all dead, and they were in this room. And it was like revenge.
This is an anime.
Death Parade.
Death Parade. Oh, when you said
it's
dead,
like 20 questions right now.
Yeah, 20 questions.
Yeah, but it's like she's asking her own questions.
Yeah, and I'm answering them too.
Yeah, that was Death Parade. Death Parade was good, but it wasn't.
That's another one.
It had like
they were all dead,
used card games. Yeah, they were all dead. It was like their transition to heaven or hell.
Your mouth is dirty.
Oh yeah, we just had dinner. Why you just fucking people watching me, bitch? Why you just people watching me, bitch? God damn, just sitting
the
there.
The way you say bitch.
Rude as fuck.
You want a napkin?
Dude, pass it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I got like ravioli on my mouth and shit. Hey, I got home.
Ravioli.
Give me the formioli.
Oh, God. Oh, I wrote 2 reviews. I haven't put them on mine
yet.
For the other Facebook, right?
Yeah, I wrote a thing up on Kuro Makuro. I wrote a thing up on Your Lie in April. I think I wrote a thing up for some shitty ones, even shittier than Kuro Makuro. But I don't remember what they were. I think Oma Mori Himari.
Still there.
I'm sorry, Shawn. This bitch won't leave me alone. Fucking cowbell. I can't even hear it, I bet you. Stop. What is going on over here? Oh, no.
I'm dead. Shawn, we both have our cowbells for a call that interrupts us.
Oh, Shawn needs to just constantly ringing.
I know.
Not stop ringing.
I'm never gonna get over the fact that yesterday. Remember yesterday?
What?
We
tried to
recorded
record?
this yesterday. We tried.
Oh, we tried to. Yeah.
And Kyle and I were talking, and Shawn was like having a conversation like with himself.
He's like,
and
"Can you guys hear me?"
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like we were interrupting him so much. He's like, "Can you guys hear me?"
To be in all honesty, we do it a lot, but
We
it's
do it a
very
lot.
difficult to see when someone's like rare enough
I
to
can
talk.
see when you're
well, yeah,
talking,
you
yeah.
and me, but we just practically fucking finish each other's sentences and shit. But Shawn, it's hard to tell when Shawn's like preparing to say something because all I got is his doofy ass profile picture to look at on Discord. So sometimes we just run into each other, especially with the delay and stuff. It's not easy. I said it to Shawn last night. I wish I could just put him in my pocket.
Like a Pokemon.
Like a
I
Pokemon.
choose you.
So.
Shawn, I choose. We need like to market that shit.
So Shawn's working on reviews for the Facebook page. That's cool. And definitely, if you're out there, you like anime, whatever the fuck, I recommend Rage of Bahamut. It's really good. Both seasons. Virgin Soul's good too. Oh, me and Caitlyn, Shawn watched the first episode of Darling in the Franxx yesterday.
Uh-huh.
What do you think about it, Caitlyn? I mean, like the first couple episodes are nothing compared to
I just can't
the
get
end
over
of the
how much
show.
it looks like Kisniver.
It does. It's Trigger.
True.
Of course, it looks like Kisniver. Kisniver was a good fucking show. You know, we still haven't finished that
You
show.
really don't get a
No.
good beat on it.
Yeah, that show was so emotional for me. We got to the last episode, and I was like,
Karen's like, nah, we're not
I
watching.
can't finish this. I was like, I can't do
It
it.
was pretty good. I went back and watched
What show?
it. Kisniver. It was another Trigger animation.
Wait, what?
Kisniver. I think
They were like connected by their wounds.
Yeah, they were connected by like exactly what she said. So there was like a group of. It was kind of like a character study, like what we have here.
No, just say the title, because every time you guys go to say the title, your feed cuts out, and then you start explaining it again. So it's like, what show did you watch?
Oh God.
Blank, and what it's about is this, and it blanks out
Oh, God.
only for the title, and you say the same shit, and it's like it's doing it intentionally.
Kisniver.
I have heard of the name.
Okay.
It's good.
It's really good, actually.
It's a character study, kind of
I
like
cried
what
a little bit.
what we had with Darling in the Franxx. It's like a bunch of kids that are connected by their wounds, and they took like different tropes of characters and kind of put them all in a group. And if one of them gets hurt, that like damage is spread a percentage amongst everybody's body.
And there's a guy that like loves it.
There's
he likes
a
being in
masochistic
pain.
dude, and he likes being in pain.
Sadistic.
No,
Oh, no.
sadistic is when you like
I'm
other
retarded, never
people's
mind.
pain. Yeah. And it's interesting because they find out eventually that emotional pain is spread too. And the whole point of it is like an
remember
experiment to see if they could eventually connect an entire country of people through their scars. So like war wouldn't be a thing, because then you'd feel the pain of the people you're fighting and stuff like that. That was like the idea. That's what the intention of the experiment was. And they select these kids to do it, and they get closer through these trials that they go through in the experiment. It's really good. I think you'd like it. And the music in it was good. It was Kisniver. It was Trigger, so the animation was really good
Yeah, it
too.
was.
But the animation, I say the character design reminds me of Darling in the Franxx, the way the characters look. I would say
think
so.
you mean the other way around.
Yeah, I guess because Kisniver came first.
Sure.
Yeah,
me Google
Trigger's
it.
good, man. They make some good shit. I like their shows.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Um,
And the other show, the girl with the pigtails.
Girl with the Pigtails.
Jesus, that's not like every other anime
Okay, I
ever.
have to Google Kisniver because I mean not Kisniver, Trigger.
There's
I know.
there's a girl with pigtails in Kisniver, the one that's kind of
No,
like crazy,
it's
and
not.
she's hiding like
It's not that one.
her depression and shit. God,
Oh, they did.
that shit was
They did
sad.
Gurren Lagann too.
They did parts of Gurren Lagann. They were part of a different
Parts.
like because they broke apart from a different. I think they were called Zenimax. No, Zenimax. No, it wasn't Zenimax. It was a different company name that made Gurren Lagann, and they had parts of those people that broke apart to make Trigger, and now that Trigger is what it is today.
Little Witch Academia.
Little Witch Academia's Trigger. Fucking fantastic show.
Man, it was like a show, and they all liked each other. Like, there was a group of friends, and they all liked each other.
That was Kisniver.
That wasn't Kisniver. Maybe it is.
It probably is.
Because I hate that.
Are you suffering from the Mandela effect too? Because that shit fucked me up yesterday.
Yeah. Sean's like, doesn't this thing have a second season? We talked about it. I'm like, bruh. You got me at a loss, man. We never talked about this shit.
Never.
I'm like, I swear we had this conversation and we talked about
There's
it.
a dude, and everyone like wants to fuck this dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, watch the table.
Like
Kid.
everyone
School
wants to.
days?
Everyone.
We don't talk about
triggered.
that show here. We don't talk about that
What's
here.
it called?
I mean, there was a girl with green pigtails.
It's not her.
In.
I'm looking at her.
Oh, you're looking at her. It's not her.
Maybe I'm not.
Oh God. We're
Oh, Kyle. When I was at MegaCon, one of my friends was there, and she asked about, because we were talking about the shittiest anime endings of all time, and I mentioned School Days, and she asked why, and I was like, I'm not going to tell you because you're my friend. You don't want to watch it. You don't want to know about the ending. This is the show that needs to never have happened.
pretty dumb.
And then some dude overhears, and he comes over. He's like, no, dude, I got this. And he proceeds to tell her blow by blow the entire series. And I end up with a crew of like 10 people who are all literally picking him up and trying to carry him away so she doesn't have to hear this.
No. You know this. You know the worst show I've ever seen?
Go ahead.
11 Eyes.
You really didn't
No,
like
not
that show?
not even close.
Well, she hasn't seen a lot of anime.
How bad School Days
But
was.
that's the no. I've seen School Days.
School Days is pretty shitty though.
No, but 11 Eyes is shittier.
Your brain has probably, it was like so bad your brain is like suppressing the memory of it. So it was a really bad.
Oh wait,
fucking
that's the
show.
one where like
Be
he had
worse than
like
that.
she had his head.
Yeah, at the end.
Yes.
She killed him and she had his
And
head.
she was, like, pregnant,
And all he
and
did,
she
all he
cut
did
out.
was go around fucking everybody the entire show. It was literally his
No, but 11
conquest
Eyes
through
was
this
so
small
much-
town.
I mean that was
11
pretty,
Eyes at least had a decent.
that one was bad, but 11 Eyes
concept.
no, it did not.
It was all right. 11 Eyes wasn't awful. That was the one where
They were both just a complete waste of time.
You know what show I remember I keep going back to and thinking was good, and I don't remember if it was good or not.
Yeah, I Googled it too.
Like the 10 years of a rabbit or something. Remember the girl with like the pink hair that goes to purple, and the dude, he can die like a certain amount of times every day.
and she's like a rabbit.
Yeah, the
I
rabbit's
wanna
literally
watch
in the
that show
title.
again.
It was good
Fuck, what's the name of that show?
because he could die.
You're not talking about Pandora Hearts, are you?
No, it's
No,
not
no.
Pandora Hearts. I
That
forget
was
what it's
really
called.
good.
It's on Crunchyroll.
Something rap
Caitlin's eyes just like widened.
to Crunchyroll.
Okay, research assistant, get on it.
I got
Sean,
my
you got,
laptop
anything,
and my phone.
you got anything else for your week?
I'm
Mm-mm.
trying to remember.
A dark
all
rabbit
11
has
Eyes.
7 lives.
A Dark Rabbit has 7 lives. That's
Yeah, I'm
what
gonna
it's
add
called.
that to my list.
Yo,
Oh,
we should watch it
Pikachu.
again. I'd fucking watch it again,
Let's
dude.
do it.
You gotta watch episode Darling in the Franxx
How
first.
many episodes are there?
12.
This was back in the day when like a ton of anime just had 12 episodes. It was like
They still do.
I know I watched
You still
11 Eyes,
do.
but I don't remember it at all.
11 Eyes was like,
I think it's
I know
your
some
list.
one of the characters had a golden eye. That was like his power. And then
Eyes?
and they go to like a different version of the school that's like dark.
Oh, yeah. There's
Yeah,
like
the
in the
shittiest
end,
anime
there's like
ever.
an obelisk or something, and they're all teamed up to take out
Yeah.
this god or yeah. It was
Yeah, and then
forgettable as
they
fuck, but it
technically
wasn't bad.
all lose the first time, but like someone used a power or something, or it was a dream or something, because the girl fucked the main character to give
Right.
her him her power,
Right.
or some shit like that, and then they all go and they all still fail, and you find out it
You know
was
what?
like not
I'm
real.
think I'm gonna waste my time a second time and watch that show again.
What's with this anime binge all of a sudden,
I'm
Caitlin?
putting them all on your list. I don't know. I have nothing to watch because I caught up with like a show and then it's over now and I have nothing to watch.
Well,
And all my
I'm
shows
glad
that I
you're
watch on
back
TV.
on the dark side.
Yeah, I don't have Crunchyroll.
What about you,
One word?
Caitlin? How's your week?
My week's hasn't been that bad.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad.
The urge to kill myself has been less.
Okay, just going day by day.
Yeah, just taking it a step at a time.
That's good.
I've actually started catching up with my homework. Like I'm doing my homework as I'm sitting here.
That's great.
Cause like I hate you.
No, it's not a big deal. Well, I'm glad you've been good. Okay, I want to take another slight side ramp thing here. So, Caitlin, this morning, getting ready for work,
Right.
I wanted a bowl of cereal.
All right.
I love my cereal and during the morning and stuff, right?
Okay.
So I'm sitting down, loading up a YouTube video, about to eat some cereal.
Got it.
I sit down, and I grab a box of Fruit Loops marshmallow cereal.
Shut the fuck up, Kyle. I already know where this is going.
Now I sit down. I go to pour these marshmallow Fruit Loops,
And
I only get like
marshmallow Fruit Loops.
I only get like a quarter of the bowl full, right, Shawn? And I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there thinking, what can I do to solve this situation? And I turn around, and there's an array of different cereals on the thing where we have all the cereals,
All right.
and I this is probably the best idea I've ever had in the existence of my life, topping creating this podcast. What?
This is mature and etchy.
They fuck.
I don't remember
it being super etchy.
Fucking,
They fuck.
I don't remember that.
All right.
Oh, is this what's happening here?
Someone's getting choked out. Oh god, that's hot.
Wait, how did you go from cereal
He's
to
on bottom
fucking?
too.
She's looking up Eleven Eyes again.
Oh shit.
Oh,
No,
he
I-
had the
The
ability.
series goes on after the first season too. There's like 3 more seasons of
No
different
way.
stories and shit. Yeah.
different stories.
Oh, different stories.
Okay,
But in the same universe. Keep going.
So I'm like, I need to mix cereals so I have a full bowl of cereal to satisfy my palate, so I can go to work energized.
Palette. You sound so gay.
Whoa, rude. So,
Yeah. Thanks for the agreement.
so I combine these marshmallow Fruit Loop cereal with the Special K yogurt and nut cereal, and I mix them together before I pour the milk in, and
Nut
I take
yogurt.
my first bite, and I'm like,
Wait a
it
second.
was really fucking
You
good.
wasted my time for this story?
It was good.
That was the dumbest
Telling you,
fucking story I've ever heard
if
in
we
my
ever
life.
have that combination of cereals in the house again,
Or we can just make our own and make a company and make millions.
I don't think you can buy other cereals, mix them, and call it your own.
Excuse me, they have Captain. They have like Captain.
I'm sure that's
Frunch.
allowed by the company.
Captain Frunch.
Captain
I mean,
Frunch. What's that? What's
They have fruity looples.
Fruity Looples.
Fruity Loople.
Excuse me.
Fuck
They have
is
so much.
that?
What's a Fruity Loople, Caitlyn? Explain.
Please,
It's an off-brand
please
Fruit
tell
Loop.
me what a loophole is.
Fruity Looples. Sounds like the fucking bootleg. It's like the Oompa Loompa that didn't make it.
Fruity looples.
Oh, god damn it.
You never heard of Captain Crunchy?
Captain Crunchy.
You haven't lived until
Yeah, you haven't lived.
Is that like the cousin successor cereal to Dingleberries?
Yes.
Oh my god. Man, I could just see every kid clamoring to get some Crafting Crunchies in their house, man.
Let me fly it off the shelves.
We got it. What's it called?
to make, like-
Shark Tank, here we come.
Yeah, you have to make
Sold
inappropriate
right next to
cereals.
Choco Cocks.
fruity nipples.
We should. That is actually a good idea. Make like a
Fruity
line of
nipples?
make a line of adult cereals.
Yeah, fruity nipples.
Fruity nipples. Get them on the
Super
shelves.
Choco Dicks.
Super chocolate. Dude.
Wait, what cereal is that
I
supposed
would
to
totally
be?
put penis-shaped cereal in my mouth.
What cereal is that supposed to be?
It's like Count Chocula.
Yeah,
What's-
only
no, you-
their
you don't
little-
take it
their
from
little
existing
chocolate
cereals.
dicks with capes because they're super.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the capes hang at the balls.
Because that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I think I like my Captain Crunch.
I like your fucking loopholes.
Fruity looples.
Fruity Looples. Get 'em
Who's
here.
writing this shit down? Come on, we gotta write this down.
Someone is, hopefully.
It's being
Someone's gonna
recorded.
steal our
It's
idea.
yeah, it's
think
being
we're okay.
it's virtually being written down. It will be on the internet forever.
Yeah, everyone's gonna take our idea now. We have to patent pen like ASAP.
ASAP.
Gotta do this
It's gonna
shit.
combine like they're gonna have super choco dick loopholes.
Fruity Looples, yeah.
Oh god,
Yeah.
we're gonna see it on the shelves 10 years from now. We're gonna wonder what happened.
Fruity
Dude.
dingleberries.
I'd be so fucking.
I'm claiming it right now.
Can you?
those
Is that how it
names.
works? You just say I'm claiming
Yeah,
it.
we're claiming copyright.
I'm claiming it. You breathe air. You owe me a quarter. Get breathing.
Like, did you know?
Shit nipples.
Did you know that Universal Studios? What?
I don't know. Just like you winding up for this story. Just looking at your face, like you got a mean one coming or some shit. She's just looking at me with like the most shit-eating grin on her face. Did you know Universal? Like, oh shit, a big one's coming.
And then she's like, "You're not cool."
I'm not gonna tell it anymore. Fuck you guys. Fuck all you.
Rude.
I farted.
I I have to live with that, you know.
It wasn't that bad.
Good thing I like never can breathe out of my nose, so I can't smell it. Oh man.
You want to?
Well, I'm glad you had a good week,
Thank you. How about you, Kyle?
Fruity Looples.
Fruity Looples. That's my new name.
Well,
It's my
Kyle
name on
had
Discord.
sex cereal.
Yeah, you know what we need? Because I'm starting to make emojis for the Discord, like animated ones and pictures. We need to like write down things that are like iconic that we say and shit like that, and turn them into emojis. So Fruity Looples can be our first emoji.
Hey,
I just have to make
what's
something
up?
like that on Photoshop and then put it in the Discord. So we have like memes.
What's it gonna look like though? You gotta get like the pecan guy.
You could help me make it. How about that?
They're gonna be like little fruit flavored vaginas.
No, mine's not gonna be dirty.
Fuck off.
I'm gonna draw a really shitty version of the toucan. What's his name?
Dude.
Pecan.
Pecan toucan. Crafting
What's his
crunchies.
name? That's our mascot's name. What's his name?
Pecan toucan.
Shut the fuck up. What's his name?
Toucan Sam.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
I'll give you-
Where did pecan come from?
I don't know.
He's
know,
just gonna
wait,
be
wait,
a
wait.
fucking nut.
Wait, I was at church one time. This is so funny.
Okay, she
I
was
was
at
at
It's
church.
so ghetto. That's just a picture of a fucking almond.
I was at church one time, and we were praying for the people in Hawaii, and instead of saying volcanoes, I said avocados. During a prayer, and I'm like, dear God, I pray for all the people in Hawaii and all the avocados. Everyone starts laughing. I'm like, fuck. Oh my God. It
God,
was.
everyone, moment of silence for the avocado attacks of 2018.
I was so
just-
embarrassed. I was like,
It's somewhere.
fuck.
Somewhere there's a crop of avocados that was visited by a few
There's
angels.
like all these people that are like really serious, and I'm like, avocados. Fuck, it was so funny though.
I just imagine like Keon's like full on anime where like the action lines come on and your eyes open really big like fuck.
Everyone else gets a sweat drop.
It was so funny.
Did you just say avocados?
Wait, it's so funny. 'Cause that's probably what really happened. I was like, did you just like avocado?
This
Shit.
bitch.
Oh, at least there wasn't that many people there. It was so funny though.
Well, I'm glad you've all had a good week. My week's been good too. Game wise, I've been like shuffling between a few games. I've been playing Elite Dangerous. I picked it up on PC because they had it on Humble Bundle, so I got like everything for the game for like $25. That was pretty good. Just kind of grinding. It's definitely a super casual grind game. Just fly around, do missions, make money, and it's a perfect podcast game. Listen to pod. You really blowing your nose right now? That's so fucking audible.
Like, keep talking.
Keep talking.
I love how he almost sounds hurt. Like, are you really blowing your nose right now? Like, how dare you? Fucking avocados, bitch. God.
Pretty loopholes, bitch.
Are you sure you're unmuted?
Yeah, I'm unmuted.
Okay, because sometimes you'll hit the button.
Oh,
Nice. And it won't actually unmute you.
Fuckers.
So you just gotta make sure you actually unmute yourself.
Sometimes you'll hit the button. Nice.
What is this episode, man? Fuck. It's a good thing we don't have some of our segments we normally do. Oh god, because we're just
That's what's so good about us. We can just fill it in with bullshit. That's
yeah,
funny.
dude.
At least it's funny.
We will always hit the 2-hour mark because we'll find a way to fucking do it. Talking about praying about
Pretty
avocados.
loopholes.
100% pure bullshit.
I
We
can't
fucking
right now.
lost Caitlyn, man. She's dying over
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I hope so.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it'll be 5 minutes and she'll lose it again. We'll be in the middle of something serious about E3 and she's like, fucking avocados!
Why is it so true though? Fuck man.
So, I see you've prepared your cowbell.
I got it. I'm ready.
So I'll move through Elite Dangerous, and then I'll like switch to Siege, getting ready for the new Operation Marinara coming out, or whatever the fuck about the Italian.
Marinara?
No, it's like called Parabellum, but
Oh.
it's Italian operators, so I just call it Operation Marinara.
It's not me, the machine, guys.
Yes.
I love marinara.
It's so good.
I need to get this game, man.
Like, do the worst, most racist Italian accents of all time.
Yeah, dude.
Marinara.
I talked about what characters are coming out, Maestro and Alibi, and before. So I'm excited for it when it rolls around. I think it actually came out fucking today or something like that, the 4th. I don't know. I'll have to check after this episode. And then what was the third game I hopped to? Fuck. Whoa,
What was that one you bought that you didn't know was a porn game and you were playing it at school?
That was Fate. No. That was
It's like, what?
Well, there's been okay.
Para or something?
Yeah.
Oh, there's been a few.
Oh,
No.
Come on.
Fate was not at school. It was Nekopara. No, because there's 2 versions of the game. There's a Steam version and there's a uncensored version on Steam where there's actual nipples and shit like that. And I didn't expect that. I just thought it would gloss over the sex scene. It did not. And I just fucking slammed my laptop as fast as I could because I was sitting like in the middle of like the
lecture?
main where like no like it was just in between classes, and it was the main where they do like events and they have like restaurants down the side and shit like that. I forget what the name of the building is. It was at FIU, and yeah, my heart practically exploded.
That's still not as
Like
bad
my
as me playing
professor,
the original
like, he's
Fates Day in the library at UCF.
Oh my god, Shawn, let me tell you a story.
Oh my god, this story's been told 4 times already.
So today when I was in class, right? Now listen, I'm in college, okay?
Thanks for
And
sharing.
I had my laptop with me, and I was in my math class, and my professor was going over a test that we just took that I did like really good on. And I'm like sitting there with my laptop, and I'm doing work for another class because he's going over all the questions that I got right, so I don't give 2 shits, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm not paying attention. I'm doing homework, but it's not like I wasn't paying attention the whole time. I took some times to look him in the eye
Yeah.
because I was still kind of paying attention. And then there was a time where I was about to finish one of my assignments, and he's sitting there, and he starts snapping at me like I'm some kind of fucking dog. And he's like, hello, and he's like, he has this really thick Spanish accent. He's like, hello, can you pay attention to me, please? And I don't know how to do a Spanish accent. I suck at it. I tried. And he's like,
Totally wasn't racist.
when has this show not been racist? Excuse me.
Whoa.
But he's like snapping at me, and he's like, oh my god, he's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, get off your laptop. Why aren't you paying attention to me? And he talks about this for literally 10 minutes, and he keeps saying, why aren't you paying attention? Why aren't you paying attention? Oh, and he's like talking to the whole class about my inability to focus on him, like he's some kind of god. And it pissed me off so bad. Pissed me off so bad. I was just like, bitch, I'm paying you. You're not paying me to be here. I'm paying you, bitch. So if I want to sit on my laptop and do work for another class, and damn it, I will.
Thug life. When I was in the library at UCF, and this is a massive library with horrendous acoustics, so one tiny noise echoes through the entire fucking library. And remember how I told you when I bought Fate's Day, I didn't know what kind of a visual novel it was, and that was my very first visual novel?
Which
So,
one?
Fate's Day night.
Fate's Day. Well, the thing is, it's got a really great story. They just interject these hardcore sex scenes, like in random fucking places, and you don't know they're coming. It's not like there's a warning, and so... Like, and this one, and it had audio, and this one scene starts black and then comes in. So it starts off with, like, I answer some questions, and then we're supposed to transition to another room. The screen blacks out, and then all you hear is, and then the audio is loud.
Oh,
yes. And the entire fucking library stops moving to turn and see, like, some girl get her fucking ass plunged on the fucking side.
Wait, which character?
I don't remember. I think, what's her name? The sorceress?
What?
Because I was on the Unlimited Blade
That's
Works
canon?
storyline, so that's one of the
original
storylines.
story. It's the original.
That's the second
It started as it's the original source material. Yeah, it started as a porno game.
No idea.
Well, part of it was adult, but the story didn't change when they took the adult parts out. They just expanded on it. But yeah, like when in Unlimited Blade Works, he gets abilities from the sorceress chick. I can't fucking remember her name, Tsubaki or whatever the fuck her name was. And it was that
one that doesn't show her face.
And there was that scene, and I didn't know it was coming because apparently I'd I don't even know. I don't remember about the
I
game,
can't
to be
even explain
honest. But
myself.
all I know is like I fucking I kicked the plug out the wall and yanked the disc out of the computer, and
You're watching it on a CD, on a DVD?
it was at UCF. No, it was on. I think it was on floppies, if I remember correctly. I don't know. All I know is that I grabbed my shit and ran.
What the fuck?
Put all my porno on floppy.
Yeah,
It might
that's the
have been
safest
on
way to have
CD.
it. That's the safest way.
They just passed the magnet over it. Yeah, but anyway, the entire library heard porn go off.
It's pretty cool. I had one dude's.
I mean, it's probably like once a day.
I had one dude's. I was sitting watching a video or something in between classes, and I had one dude's ringtone go off. And Caitlyn, I shit you not, it was that song by Cupcake. Hump me, fuck me. That
They better
song
make me show you
started
better.
blasting in the goddamn library.
Oh my
and
God.
I proceeded to lose my shit
I would have laughed
because
my
I know our history with
I would
that
have looked
song.
at him and be like,
Antony fucking adores that song. It's like
Is
his
that, yeah,
life.
that's the song he wants to get married to.
Yeah.
like as he's walking down the aisle.
Every time we fucking
Go
hang out
somewhere,
with him,
yeah.
he's blasting out of his car with the windows down, let the whole neighborhood
so
know that we're on our
funny.
way.
Oh my God.
So yeah, my week's been good. I'm glad that you're all here today. All you guys tuning in, we appreciate you guys for sticking with our bullshittery. That's a new word. I just made it up.
Nice.
So before we move forward on with the rest of our podcast, we do have a Discord. You can come by, say hi, check out the new animated emojis. Oh man, you have to have Nitro to use them, I think. So give and take. But we have regular emojis. I'm doing right now a submission. If you want a meme submitted to the emoji list, just send it in the Discord.
Can you just meme my whole life, please?
I got you.
Awesome.
If you find some like SpongeBob memes, Caitlyn, we can make those. That's your job. Her face just fucking lit up.
I'm on it, dude.
All right. So yeah, you could come say hi to the hosts. We also put announcements up there. It's like the easiest way to stay up to date. And worst comes to worst, you could just mute the server if it's too much for you. I know a lot of people aren't about having their phone exploding all the time. It's still pretty small though, so it's not like the phone goes off constantly. But still, I understand completely if you fucking mute the server. It makes 100% sense to me. Also, we're talking about E3. If you hear something you like or don't like, and you want to let us know, another way you could do that is through the comments, either on, or the best place is through YouTube. We do have a YouTube channel. Also, while you're there, feel free to subscribe to get our future content. Also, we are on practically every podcasting service, iTunes, Spotify, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff will be in the description below, wherever you're tuning into us from. You will see it there. And finally, we do have a Twitter, at ThoughtPatrolPD. You can also check out for announcements there, things of that nature. So, let's move. Oh, also, we do iTunes reviews. That's a good way of helping us out. And just get more people into the channel, hanging out, more people to talk to and chill with. So, yeah, I also want to try to stream more often. We do streams every once in a while. We did a stream not too long ago of like League and Elite Dangerous. Some people dropped by. I know funny guy, Marshall. He fucking loves Elite Dangerous. He's right there with me, except we're separated by consoles. It reminds me of that. Going back to SpongeBob, of like Patrick and SpongeBob reaching out at each other from the Chum Bucket and Krusty Krab.
Me as fuck.
Yeah. So he plays on PlayStation. I play on PC. Although I do have a PlayStation, but my PlayStation Plus has run out, and I do not feel like re-upping it.
Kyle.
Why don't you use it?
You have to.
I mean, you can pay for it.
No.
Okay, then.
I don't want to.
Exactly. So let's move on to our mailbag. As always, our boy Sam coming in clutch with a mailbag question. If you guys want to submit a mailbag to the podcast to have it read, we will answer practically fucking anything. You could probably tell we don't have many filters here. So if you want a question about life, question about death, question about video games, question about porno, I don't even care. Submit it there. You could do it through email, YouTube comments, blah, blah, blah. Just keep the hashtag mailbag with whatever your question is so we know we could use it for the podcast. And we'll read it here and talk about it, discuss it. So from Sam, this week, you want to read it, Count?
I read it last week.
Okay, dude.
Oh, what?
Okay. It's just I always read it, but all right.
Not true.
So Sam,
You're a liar.
you beautiful ass man. We're gonna read your question. Salutations, you glorious ingrates. Fuck off. Piece of shit.
Whoa.
I hate Sam. I want to know your thoughts on the question I have for you. Here he is, coming back with the fill in that word count. Got to get the essay to 500 words. What do you think about the new announcements for Pokemon? I am a Gen 1er, and I have mixed feelings about the new Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. I understand the demographic they are targeting, but will it give hardcore fans a good time as well? Is it worth my money to buy one of those, or should I just wait for the core series titles coming out next year? Please grace me with your divine answers. I would forever be grateful and aroused. Love y'all, and don't be a jerk. And cue the All Might clip. So what do we think about this? I know Shawn probably doesn't. Shawn, you're not really a big Pokemon fan, right?
No, it's a companion. It's a companion to Pokemon Go. They're trying to resurrect their fucking investment into Pokemon Go as well as sell this new game, and I don't think it's going to work.
Well, one thing that's interesting about Pokemon Go is it just recently hit like a huge download milestone. I think they're like close to like 750 million downloads or some shit like that. For Pokemon Go. No, I don't know about their
new evolution thing.
The new gen. I think the new generation's coming out with Pokemon. I think they're on like Gen 3 or 4 already, which is pretty cool. It's not. I mean, at least.
Sorry, the problem with Pokemon Go is that every generation they release, it becomes harder and harder to try and evolve any of them, because before you could go out and there was only like 150 Pokemon, so you could find an Eevee or a Dick Suck or a Toad Licker or whatever the fuck they're called. And now, like one of the guys I work with has been playing it on his way home and he stops by, so I've turned my old account on and I can't find like more than 2 or 3. Like in the last month and a half, I've only found like maybe 2 or 3 of the first gen, and all the rest have been new stuff. So like trying to upgrade or evolve your old Pokemon is next to impossible.
Yeah, I've also one issue I had with Pokemon Go is the fact that the combat was just you're just like tapping the screen,
or swiping.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's nice that they update the game though. I like the raid functionality and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. What was I gonna say? There was. It's not only a companion; it is actually a game. It just has Pokemon Go capabilities, so you can transfer stuff and do things like that.
It's a companion game. I didn't say it was just a companion. It's a separate game.
Yeah, I know. I'm just clarifying. I think what I've seen from the trailer and stuff like that, I'm gonna buy this game just because I'm a huge fucking Pokemon fan, and it will be our first Pokemon game on the Switch, and it looks gorgeous. Like, holy shit. And even the last couple of Pokemon games that came out on 3DS looked really fucking good, but now that we're moving away from that hardware into something that could still do Pokemon and it not be like Breath of the Wild style, although I'd love a Breath of the Wild style Pokemon game, like completely open world, all the encounters happen like as you just walk around. It's not like transitioning and stuff like that. It's interesting. This game's also 2-player, which is very new for Pokemon. So it's, from what I've seen, it seems like the feature itself is more something just to pass time. It's not really something that's fully built into the game, which kind of stinks. I'd like to see like a fully cooperative Pokemon game, or even something along the lines of an MMO, which people have been asking for fucking ages. But again, I'll probably buy this game. Now, what version shall I pick? I don't know. I don't want a Pikachu. Pikachu's a shit-ass Pokemon. I'm not going to lie. So I'll probably go with an Eevee. And you also have a lot of different options there because you could evolve it into practically anything. One thing I was talking to Sam about earlier, he expresses his concern with the fact that it's still only Kanto. Like, you can't like go outside of the region, and usually every game has been that, but people were hoping for a little bit more. But I definitely see this as something to tide people off while we wait for the next mainline series games that are coming late next year. So again, hey, if I could play Pokemon on the Switch, I'm down. I might have to open up Pokemon Go again and see how that shit works with the game. But I probably won't use it if I don't have to, and just play the game wherever I go and stuff like that. It'd be cool if, now the Switch doesn't have this functionality, but if the Switch had a way of setting up like a data line to it so you could have internet wherever you go, kind of like with your phone. I mean, you could set up a hotspot on your phone, I guess, and then you can use your actual Switch to play Pokemon Go. That'd be interesting. But Switch not that technologically advanced. But imagine it wasn't Pokemon Go. It like actually was a fucking Pokemon game. Wouldn't that be interesting? kind of like, I don't know. You're going to play this game because I'm going to buy it. You're going to probably be all over it once it comes in.
Just like that.
I could say I'm excited. I understand the concerns, though, with the way it looks and stuff like that. But it looks interesting.
The fact that they've mimicked many of the concepts and mechanics from Pokemon Go.
Yeah, that is also interesting. Although the combat seems like it's normal, which is nice. Like the way you catch Pokemon will be like how you do in Pokemon Go. At least from what we've seen. We don't have a lot to go off of. There might be a whole separate mode when you connect Pokemon Go that changes everything to that functionality where you play the game like you would Pokemon Go. Or what am I trying to say here?
Sorry.
That's fine. Or it'll be like, I'm thinking it'd be nice. You have your main game and there's like the Pokemon Go element. And when you connect Pokemon Go, then it changes some of the game's mechanics around, but at its base, it's still a actual Pokemon game with like an Elite Four gyms and shit like that. Hoping, if it's not, I'd be pseudo disappointed. But just being in a Pokemon game again and being it on the first time on the Switch, I'd rather fucking trust me. I'd rather it have been a mainline title, 100%. If they said a mainline title was coming out at the same time this game was coming out, I would erupt with poop from my pants and fly into the ceiling. But there's nothing I can do about it besides wait.
Could have nightmares for days.
So I do share your. I'm not a Gen 1er though, although I thought Gen 1 was good. My favorite generation of Pokemon was Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Emerald being my favorite Pokemon game. It's fucking fantastic.
So
game.
Red and Green then, because all they are is remakes of Red and Green.
What? Sapphire and Ruby?
Ruby and Red and Blue. Sorry, they had Pokemon Red and Blue. Every other generation or every third generation is a remake of the generation two gens before it or some shit like that. So in reality you've only had like say 5 iterations out of 15 games, and the only thing they just go back and remake the old games. Like Sapphire and Ruby are remakes of Blue and Red, and Fire and Leaf were remakes of Red and whatever.
You know, Red, Green, and Blue are all in the same gen, right?
Whatever.
Sapphire and Ruby. The only thing I think that is similar between Sapphire and like Blue is I think the map itself, the formation of it is similar, but the map, like the areas you go to are different. Pokemon are different. Gyms are different. Stories different. They look alike, I guess you could say, because the Pokemon, the way they graphically like do Pokemon, it has looked the same for the past 20 years or whatever, besides the last few titles. But I think for the most part, the only thing that's similar between Red and the Sapphire and Ruby would be the map is kind of shaped the same way. But it's like, it's not a remake.
Red was Fire. Fire was a remake of Red.
Red.
I don't remember. I had to look it up a while back.
I know that Red
it was stupid.
Red and Blue, eventually when the Game Boy Advance came out, they had Fire Red and Leaf Green, which were complete remakes. Yeah, they were just done in a new system. It wasn't on the Game Boy Color or Game Boy. It was on the Game Boy Advance. Graphics were updated, bada bing, bada boom. But Sapphire and Ruby were like new. It was a new generation. The only thing that was similar was the map, like the way it was laid out. But it was like a completely new game. You might be confusing Fire Red and Leaf Green, but Fire and Leaf Green were dead ass remakes of Red and Blue. Because Green, I don't think ever came to the States. You might be right.
Sapphire might have been one of the actual new steps, one of the 5 new ones out of 15 I think it was, or something. That's why I was asking.
It was Gen 3, I think. Gen 3 or Gen 4. But yeah, no, they were brand new games. And then Emerald was a remake of Ruby and Sapphire with a little bit of an improvement, an addition to the story and some new mechanics. Very slight changes. But Emerald also did the thing where, you could only get these Pokemon in this game and these Pokemon in this game. They just slapped the 2 games together, and now you can get every Pokemon from the generation. That's why I like Emerald more. But I still go back and play those games on my phone, like with the emulator. And I also have played through the game multiple times using a different type, where it's not Pokemon. All the Pokemon or all the sprites have been redone as like anime girls. It's fucking.
Oh god, that one.
It's called like Moemon or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And it like the person put so much fucking detail into remaking all these sprites. Like if you just look up some of the sprites, they stick to the design of the Pokemon, but it's just a human instead of a Pokemon. Now something can be said about capturing actual people and using them to beat the shit out of each other, but you could say the same thing about doing it with fucking animals and Pokemon. So I'm not going
I don't care.
I don't either, but
I'm all about
it's
enslaving humans to fight.
Yeah, dude, let them kill each other. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. Put them in a pit and then bet on the winner.
So have we actually
give them
answered
like
this
chainsaw hands?
Will this give hardcore fans a good time as well? I highly see this as something just to kind of tide you over. I don't think anyone will be fully vested in this game. It'll just be something people play for a while as they wait for the actual new Pokemon game to come out. And
I think it's aimed at. I don't think that it's a tide over. Why would they spend all that money on it? It's its own thing. I just think it's a dumb idea. But I thought Pokemon was a dumb idea, and look how well that did.
Wow.
Triggered. What am I
I'm so triggered.
Is it worth my money? I mean, it depends how much of a fan you are. I would definitely wait. I mean, there's no need to buy it or pre-order it or anything like that. See what the reviews say when it comes out, and then decide from there. Probably be your best option. So
what was that one called? Pokemon Dungeon or some shit like that, where
Mystery
it's like a dungeon crawler. Yeah, that one was okay.
I like that one a lot. I like that you like. Ken, you remember that game? Like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon?
Yeah.
We had like
nothing to do with Pokemon.
No, you just played as a Pokemon. I thought it was cool that like you were human and they asked you questions, and depending, it was like a personality test, and then that would decide what Pokemon you were. So like if you were selfless and tried to be confrontational and stuff, you'd be like a Machop or something. I always tried to get Pikachu, but I didn't know what qualities made myself Pikachu.
Me as fuck.
But then I found out like, wow, Pikachu's fucking trash. He's such a shitty Pokemon. He's not good for anything. He's like never been used competitively. Yeah, that was like a Mystery Dungeon. Those games went on for quite some time too. They got a bunch of sequels to them. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I mean, that was when I was a kid, so I can't say I would enjoy it again, but I just thought the idea of being able to be a Pokemon was cool. And it was all based on how you chose, like, it was all personality tests and stuff like that. So, Sam, I'd say it's entirely up to you, man. But, yeah, maybe wait till the reviews come out. See what people are saying about it. See if it somewhat adheres to the soul of what Pokemon is, and then go from there. So, again, we appreciate it. You guys tuning in, what do you think about these new Pokemon games? Feel free to let us know. Are you going to be picking them up or dropping them by? Do you even have a Switch? Because now a lot of people I talk to just don't own Switches because they haven't found a reason to buy one yet.
I understand.
So.
I just got a party request on PSN from Tyler. I know him because my phone just told me.
Rip. Tell him to... Just text him and be like, hey, I'm recording, man. I'm doing my thing. So, we actually have a game segment. It's shorter, but we're going to do one of the ones that I do when I don't have time to do the other ones. And that is Today I Learned, which is really easy because I just hop on the subreddit.
Yeah.
So, I have something interesting for you guys. I don't know if you would know it or not, but today we're going to have a little history lesson on marshmallows. So everyone sit down, open your books to page 63, and...
63? I'm pretty far in this book.
Yeah, dude.
We've never done this before, though.
No, we haven't.
It's page 2.
You know you're sitting like 10 miles from the fucking mic.
Well, what I'm saying isn't important.
I mean, but people would like to hear what you're saying.
Oh.
I deal with amateurs. Straight amateurs.
I said 63 is too far. We've only done this one time.
We've done Today I Learned once.
So we should be on like page 4 or 5. Get your shit together. Get your shit together.
Fuckhead.
Get your shit together.
All right.
Page 4, everybody.
I zoned back in.
Oh.
I guess he zoned back out. Shit.
You lagged when you said that, Shawn. Oh, man.
I think I'm so funny.
What were you saying? Uh-oh.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. You cute.
I said I finished texting Tyler, so I stopped paying attention to what you were saying, and then when I came back, all I heard was something about shitting and fuckhead.
So we have the history of marshmallows. Everyone sit down, relax, take your shoes off.
Why are we talking about the history of
my game
marshmallows?
segment, asshole.
Why not?
Because I want to teach you guys something. I want to say that I want you guys to say that you listened to something on the internet and that you were able to learn something today.
You mean they used to be made from egg whites and now it's corn syrup in plastic?
No. Ancient Egyptians were the first to enjoy a gooey treat now called a marshmallow as early as 2000 BC. The treat was considered very special, and it was reserved for gods and royalty. Marshmallow was made from the mallow plant, Athea officinalis, that grows wild in marshes. The term marshmallow was derived both from the native home of the plant and the plant name. Mallow is native to Asia and Europe and has been naturalized in America. The Egyptians squeezed sap from the mallow plant and mixed it with nuts and honey. However, no one knows what the candy looked like in those times. The French were introduced to marshmallow in the early to mid-1800s. Owners of small candy stores whipped sap from the mallow root into a fluffy candy mold. This time-consuming process was typically done by hand. Candy stores had a hard time keeping up with demand. Candy makers started up for a new process to make marshmallows and found the starch mogul system in the late 1800s. It allowed candy makers to create marshmallow molds made of modified cornstarch, as Shawn pointed out earlier. At the same time, candy makers replaced the mallow root with gelatin, as Shawn pointed out earlier, and this created the marshmallow stable form. Marshmallows were introduced and popularized in the United States in the early 1990s, or 1900s, not 1990s, after the new manufacturing process was developed. So, now you know. Marshmallows were originally made by a plant, actually, called the mallow plant. That's how we got that name. And they look probably nothing like what we have today, the processed fucking piece of cloud that we eat. I can't imagine people going to a store and just asking for marshmallows and eating marshmallows. I don't think they're that good. They're more like
they were better when they were made from egg whites and shit, and not the ones that they have now. The ones they have now are garbage.
The only time that I enjoy marshmallow is when you like put them over like candied yams, like for like Thanksgiving and shit like that. That's the only time. Like I won't eat it with anything else. I don't think it goes with much.
Yeah. I had a girlfriend whose parents made marshmallows, like homemade marshmallows.
Oh, that's pretty fun.
And that shit was fucking, yeah, it was awesome. They made like chocolate ones and raspberry ones and shit. I think her father's job used to be, he was like I don't know what you'd call it, a candy maker or confectionery or something like that. So he knew how to make all this fancy shit. He was like a candy chef, and he retired to do something else because, I don't know, I guess he got bored with it. I never really asked, but that's what he used to do. But they made like marshmallows, and I like stole like, I don't know, like 50 fucking chocolate ones and raspberry ones. I think that was the last time I went to their house. But I didn't steal them. They kind of said I could take as much as I wanted, so I took as much as I wanted.
Shawn's that type of
fucking
kid
amazing.
That when they have the candy bowls on Halloween that say please take one, Shawn just walks away with the whole goddamn bowl.
Yeah, and ordinarily I wouldn't, but these things were like sex in your mouth. You couldn't not take a shitload. So if you ever have a chance to try like legitimate actual marshmallows, I know gelatin's a pretty disgusting concept, but they're fucking amazing.
Sounds good, man. I'm down.
Yeah.
I wonder what the original ones tasted like, because I've never had mallow before, or the mallow plant.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah, I'm sure
you could find it.
Yeah, somewhere.
I haven't had that one. But
give me 6.
The Egyptians also used to make stuff out of like urine and spit and shit too, so I'm not entirely trusting of some of their recipes.
Dude, they worship cats. Come on now.
Crazy. They used to pee in people's eyes, like for medicine.
That's awesome, man. Hey, if it worked once, it works all the time. Am I right? Kim.
You need to reassure him immediately.
Please.
What are you falling
Someone
asleep?
pee in my eye. It's got to work.
For the love of God!
Pee in my eye. Okay. So that's that.
For the avocados!
For the avocados. Fucking terrorizing the sweet people of Hawaii. God. That means you've learned 2 new things today. Avocados attack Hawaiians on a regular basis, and you learned what the marshmallow plant originally, or the marshmallow was originally made out of.
Fortunately, Caitlyn prays for them, so there's somebody looking out.
Caitlyn prays to the avocado gods that bestow guac upon her. They bestow the guac.
I hate avocados though. Not gonna lie.
I don't like guac.
Avocados are delicious.
You know what else is delicious?
You know what I do?
Chocolate.
I take the avocado.
Where's my bell?
Cut away all.
Where's my bell? No, restart. My app stopped.
Fuck, I'm putting a fucking hard limiter on this episode.
My sound's not on. Fuck, come on.
It doesn't work.
Come
ads.
Come on.
Sean did it for you. You don't need no bell app. Sean's all you need.
I need it for the future.
Okay.
Sean is all you need.
Got it.
There you go. You know what I need? There it is.
It's so lame.
It's so dumb.
Shut the fuck up, Shawn. Not all of us have a cowbell in our immediate possession.
You know what this needs? More cowbell. What's that from? It's a meme. This show is a fucking mess.
It sounds like The Price is Right is this beaming.
Oh, it does!
You've won a new car!
I forgot what I was going to say now.
Something about Winnebago or a 90-foot boat.
Dude. You take all the green stuff off the avocado and you just bite into the nut in the middle. That's how you eat an avocado.
You're disgusting.
That's how intellectuals eat avocados.
I never do.
All right.
Is that how they eat avocados?
The dog agrees. Borf.
Fork.
All right, box office tops. Let's see how our movies have been doing. So, who can guess what number one is? Sean's muted. Can you have a guess? What do you think number one is?
Solo flopped, so.
What do you think? What do you think number one is in the box office?
Deadpool?
That's a good guess. What do you think, Shawn?
I refuse to give Solo any credit, so I'm gonna say
Solo dropped.
Upgrade.
Solo dropped 64% in the second week.
Yeah, Upgrade.
It's made half of its budget.
Fuck, I want to see Upgrade so bad. That movie looks fucking
Is it out
fantastic.
already?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it came out this weekend. I was gonna go see it.
Is that a horror movie?
Friday. No, it's an action movie.
What's the new horror movie that's coming out that everyone's like fascinated with?
A new horror movie.
Like sci-fi?
Hereditary.
It's not sci-fi.
That looks really good. Not sci-fi at all.
Fuck, excuse me, why?
Look me straight in the eye.
When I saw,
I didn't mean to do that. It is sci-fi.
When I saw Elijah Wood at no, it's not. When I saw Elijah Wood at MegaCon, he was hardcore repping that. He's not even in it, but he just likes unique horror movies, ones that are well made. And he was like hardcore pushing Hereditary. He like wants everyone to go see it.
It was made by the people that made Witch, Caitlyn. Remember that movie?
Your
that was like fucking
Witch.
weird. Thanks. All right.
It was a trash movie.
So we have Deadpool 2 from Caitlyn, and Shawn guessed Upgrade. At number one, would you believe it? It's Solo, a Star Wars story.
Fucking hell.
Solo is poop.
Pulling 21 million for the weekend, a 65% decrease, like you guys are saying. It has a total gross of 140. Actually, that's domestic. Let's see what it has made for foreign.
I think it's like 115, right?
Solo total, it was 115. So it's made worldwide $264 million over its runtime. At number two, we have Deadpool 2, pulling 23 million.
That was close.
With a budget of 110 million, and its total.
Wait, what was the total it made?
What for
Deadpool 2?
Deadpool 2 total has made 600 million worldwide. At number three, we have Adrift, that new boat movie or whatever. But it pulled 11 million the weekend, and totally it has made 11 million. It only pulled 381,000 foreign.
Triggered.
At number four, we still have Avengers Infinity War holding on, pulling 10 million for the weekend, sitting at a total of almost $2 billion. $1,966 million worldwide. At number five, we have Book Club pulling 7 million, sitting at a worldwide of 47 million for its runtime. And actually, 6 is Upgrade, Shawn. It only pulled 4 million for the weekend. It's opening weekend, sadly. That movie looks really
I didn't
cool.
expect it to do well. I mean, it looks like fun, but I didn't think it would do well. It's got too much competition of known stuff, and it doesn't have any major actors.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, why would they release it around this time?
I don't know.
That's a terrible decision.
Also, new movies that started this weekend. We have Action Points, which is that new, basically this spiritual successor to Kick-Ass or Jackass.
That looks fantastic.
Pulling $2.5 million for the weekend. We have American Animals at the 27th spot, pulling $134,000, and just a bunch of movies you guys have never heard of. So, all right, that was the box office. How the movies have been doing. Solo's sitting up top. It was technically it's made a lot of money, but it's technically a flop.
I'm so tired of these movies that are all the same. Like, it feels like there's always a Star Wars movie in theaters. There's always a Marvel movie in theaters.
Disney's gonna burn it to the ground
I'm
and
so
milk it on the way.
fucking tired.
Disney is Latin for greed.
I saw a funny fucking picture of like Mickey Mouse like walking into that, like a cow that was like practically dying because he'd been milked so much, like super skinny and shit like that, and Mickey Mouse like morning sunshine, and it's just got like the picture of Star Wars over its face. So like fuck,
it's so true. Like, I'm just so tired of all these, like, all the same shit that's coming out like every single month, every year. Like, it's like whatever, fuck it. It's the same shit in theaters. It's just driving me crazy.
Like
everyone's talking about the same shit. Where's my bell?
Yeah.
oh shit, she's getting her bell.
I gotta unlock my phone. It's just always the same. Like when I saw Infinity War, I was just so fucking tired of all this superhero shit. Like, we need something new, a new series in the movies, in the theaters.
Something interesting.
They've tried several times to release new series and new franchises. They're just not making it. And the problem is you're expecting the viewing audience to be more intelligent than it is, because most people are idiots and they're happy to accept simpleton entertainment. Come, guys. It's what I've been complaining about for a long time. But Star Wars would be special, and it was special because we didn't get a lot of it. You know, you got movies and comic books and shit like that, but the market wasn't saturated. Same thing with the Marvel films. When it first came out, they were special. They're just not special anymore.
Yeah.
No, because I mean, when you have 4 movies a year, right? I mean, how is it supposed to be a treat?
Like, they had Thor this year, right?
I thought the new it's not Marvel.
Thor? What?
I don't think. No, Thor wasn't.
Was it?
Thor was last.
Thor
year,
was like the end of last year. It was
Thor.
November, yeah, I'm still gonna consider it. Well, actually, how many Marvel movies were there last year? There's already been 2 this year: Black Panther and Infinity War. 2, and we're only like
we're
halfway through the year.
You got Ant-Man.
And Ant-Man's coming out.
Probably Spider-Man.
Another Spider-Man. Like, it's just too much. I'm so tired of seeing it.
Too much.
I want to see the cinematic universe. No, not cinematic universe. Like the other Spider-Man movie that's coming out. That's like animated.
Yeah, the animated one with the
black
kid, right?
That one looks fucking cool.
That looks
Miles
cool.
Morales.
What?
That's his name.
It's it's a Spider Universe. It's going to be him, Peter. It's going to be what's his name from the future, Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah, that looks like it'd be really fucking fun.
Just like, I'm ready for this shit to be over with.
If you look at, I'm not a. What was it? I'm not a big fan of the universe. No, you're fine.
I'm here for you.
I'm not a big fan of the universe. But what was that one with the Warrens? The couple that's been proven they were hoaxing, but everybody treats it like it's real. Conjuring 2, Annabelle, The Nun, all that shit. They've created a universe for that where they've got spin-offs and side stories and shit that all tie into the main Conjuring universe. You've got the Insidious franchise. It's been growing, and I think that's going to have a spin-off.
Dude, I love The Purge. Hey!
Oh god, that's so disappointing.
How dare you?
I thought I really believed in you, Caitlyn.
My guilty pleasure.
You've let me down for the last time.
My guilty pleasure. What do you want from me? How dare you?
Oh man, that's okay, Caitlyn.
I like the.
Everyone
Purge.
can have something they like that's shitty.
Mister, I watched Vampire Night. Bitch, get away from me.
You watch Vampire Night.
Exactly. That's the point.
Favorite shit.
What do you say? I didn't hear a word.
That's like your favorite shit. I don't understand how that even is like remotely.
I don't know. I'm just throwing insults that don't make any sense to make my point more valid.
Team.
Sounds like the internet right now.
Team. Let's move on.
60.
I'm trying to work on time management here. All right, next we have our what to look for segment, fellas. We got and lady.
I'm about to say, like, come on now.
We got some games coming out this week that may or may not interest you. There's one particular, I want you to guess it, that I'm incredibly excited for. I want you guys to guess what you think I'm talking about. So,
Fallout?
No. We have
Come out for like a year.
Yeah, we have BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle coming to PS4, PC, and Switch June 5th. We have the Elder Scrolls Online Somerset coming to PS4, Xbox One, PC June 5th. We have Onrush coming to PS4 and Xbox One on June 5th. We have Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn coming to PS4, Xbox One, Switch.
You're joking.
Nah, I swear to God. Switch
Shaq
and
Fu was
PC.
a flop. It was a horrible game.
They're just memeing right now. They're living on a meme. No.
They have to be. They can't be real.
That's not. What you were like? What song were you fucking singing? Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a meme. Take my hand and we'll mean it, I swear. Oh, living on a meme. Living on a meme.
Fuck, we're the best right now.
That's gonna be our intro.
That's right. What about the yes?
It'll be there eventually. I'm not gonna put the intro for something that happens 10 seconds into the show.
Oh, that's right.
What the fuck?
I'm stupid.
All right. Xbox One. Oh no. We have Vampire, which actually looked kind of interesting. Coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on June 5th. We have
That's gonna be cool.
Moto GP 18 coming to PS4, Xbox One, PC June 7th, and we have Sushi Striker: The Way of the Sushido coming to Switch and 3DS.
That's embarrassing just to say.
So, do you guys know what game I'm excited for?
Vampire.
Fallout?
No, it was Shaq Fu. No, I'm fucking around.
Fallout?
Although Vampire does have me vaguely interested. I need to look at some reviews because I know it's a AA game, so it might not be super polished. I am excited for Fallout, though, Kaylee. We will talk about it. Chill out. Close your eyes.
Just like sitting there.
Blink. Please blink.
Oh, God.
No, I need Fallout right
Just
now.
like fingering yourself with Fallout juices.
Ooh. I got graphic.
That came out worse than I expected it to.
When I
Never mind.
literally, I didn't even hear about it from like Twitter or anything. Like I was sitting on the computer doing homework or something, and Kyle was sitting next to me, and he's like, "There's a new Fallout." I was like, "Kyle, you're fucking with me right now, right? Like you're not being serious." He's like, "No, there's a new Fallout," and he's I watched the trailer right then and there, and I was like, "Yeah."
E3 is June 12th to the 14th, to let you know.
12th?
Yeah.
I thought it was the 20th.
No.
Where did I get the 20th?
I don't know.
The 12th? What day is that?
That's Tuesday to a
I
Thursday.
don't think she's gonna cry.
Oh no! What do I do now? You said 12th to the what?
Yeah.
12th to the what?
Huh?
12th to the what?
The 14th.
Oh no! I worked 2 of those days. Oh
Well,
fuck!
there goes the stream.
Well, I'll stream at a point.
All right, so real quick.
I'm gonna take the day off. I would take the day off as I talk about Fallout. Sorry, guys.
Well, I'm gonna go over the conference schedule so you'll know what days what companies are going off. We're gonna go over just a slight review of E3 and we'll talk about what we want to see, not what's gonna be there, but what we'd like to see at E3.
What I'd like to see there.
Yeah. So as we've said, E3 is on its way. So for our conference schedule, we have on Saturday the 9th. Now sometimes companies do shit early. So this is going to be everything that's going to be happening. Saturday the 9th, we have Electronics Arts is doing their thing from 11 a.m. Pacific time to 2 p.m., or which is 2 p.m. Eastern time, which is 7 p.m. BST, which is somewhere over in bumfuck Egypt, Europe. I don't know where that is. I apologize if I just offended you. Go fuck yourself. On Sunday, June 10th, we have Microsoft doing their conference at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. BST. Bethesda, which is what Caitlyn you're looking forward to, will be at 9:30 p.m. our time, Eastern time.
What day?
Sunday.
Yes.
We might be recording the podcast, actually.
Who fucking cares? We'll stop.
Oh my God. We can start earlier that day. We just have to remember. Which is 6 p.m. Pacific time and 2:30 a.m. BST. God forbid. Pray for the souls over there. Devolver Digital will also be doing theirs on Sunday at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. BST. On Monday, the 11th, we have Square Enix going to be pulling out their conference at 10 a.m. PT, 1 p.m. ET, 6 p.m. BST. Ubisoft will also be presenting that day at 1 p.m. PT, 4 p.m. ET, 9 p.m. BST. PC Gaming Show, which sounds super fucking generic, will be at 3 p.m. PT, 6 p.m. ET, at 11 p.m. BST. And then Sony will also be presenting that day at 6 p.m. BT, 9 p.m. ET, 2 a.m. BST. And finally, on Tuesday, we have Nintendo busting out their conference, saving the best for last. Not really, because I don't think Nintendo has much to show this year. Sitting at 9 a.m. PT, 12 p.m. ET, 5 p.m. BST. So that's your schedule. We got a fuckload of stuff. I think this E3 is going to be, might be kind of big.
Excuse me.
Muted himself. That's funny.
He's like, bye.
So those are the companies that be, that's the conferences that will be hanging out. And next, we're going to go over some of the confirmed games we have for E3.
Fallout 76.
It'd be cool if we could see something from that.
What happened to Fallout 5 through 75? I was seeing that joke everywhere. It's driving me fucking crazy.
Really?
I'm like, shut up.
I love the joke that they were one off for making a fantastic game. Where Vault 77 was the one where it was one man in a box of puppies.
That's how I want to die.
I
With
love
a box of Bruce's puppies.
I really like. Oh my god! I really like the lore of the vaults and stuff like that.
I think it's really
different.
cool. Really,
how they're all
interesting.
different, like social experiments and shit like that. So we have all the games confirmed for E3 2018. We're going to go over this real quick. This will probably be the last thing we talk about. And then we'll go into what we want to see. Maybe some predictions, bada bing, bada boom, what we think each company might show. And yeah. So for the games we have confirmed for E3, we have 3 Minutes to Midnight, The Abyss, Anthem, which is, we might see more of Anthem. Hopefully it's not what Destiny is. We'll see.
It is.
We have Arcade 1-Up, Arcade Islands Volume 1, Aria's Legacy, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which has me interested. Caitlyn, that's Assassin's Creed in ancient Greece. Ooh. That's going to be lit. That's our hometown, our home turf.
Our turf, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll be waving in there.
Yeah.
Like,
see
hey guys.
Yeah. We have the Atari Flashback Classics for the Nintendo Switch. Atari Flashback Classics Volume 3, Battle Teams 2, Battlefield 5 we'll be seeing more of. Beyond Good and Evil 2 will be there, which has me excited as well. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, obviously. Champions 11, Death Stranding, which I'm excited to see more of.
That's the one. That's the one with the guy from. I'm just kidding. He's from
Walking Dead.
Dale.
I said
Daryl?
Christopher Nolan.
What's his
name?
That's definitely not it.
Seriously, you're calling Norman Reedus Christopher
Norman
Nolan?
Reedus. Christopher Nolan.
What's his name in Walking Dead? Daryl or Darius?
I don't know. I
Darius?
didn't watch Walking Dead. Defiance.
Daryl.
Daryl.
See,
I had it.
Defiance 2050. guys. Destiny 2. New Fallout update.
No fucking kidding.
You're right about that. The Division 2 is interesting. Fallout 76.
Yeah.
There's definitely going to be a hard limiter on this episode. We
can't contain my excitement.
I can through the power of editing. Asshole.
Fuck.
For Honor, we'll be seeing more stuff. Ghost of Tsushima.
Ooh.
It's got me interested. I'm excited to see what they have with that. Heavy Fire, Red Shadow, Home Sweet Home, Kingdom Hearts 3. Got me fucking pumped. We'll probably see a release date. I'm going to be excited for that. Last of Us Part 2. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, which I did not know about. Night Driver, Pool Elite, Rage 2, Re-Evolve. A bunch of games I have no idea. Remedy's new game they don't have a title for. They're making a Roller Coaster Tycoon game for the Nintendo Switch that we might see there. And some other Roller Coaster Tycoon titles. Sair's Light, Spider-Man. Definitely see more Spider-Man. Splatoon 2, they're having a esports competition. I didn't know Splatoon 2 had an esports. Okay.
There's an esports
competitive
for anything.
Splatoon. Super Smash Bros. Switch will fucking be there. You know, Caitlyn?
What are they going to show there? They're
having a fucking tournament. They're having a Smash Bros. Tournament.
Where is it? Where is E3?
It's in California.
Bitch, I'll fuck them with my little Mac.
Oh my gosh. Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Well, they're gonna have it. Sorry, they're gonna have the competition on the Switch. They're gonna have it like.
Yeah, it's the game. It will be there, and they'll have a competition there.
So why aren't they selling it yet? Nintendo.
Because they're generating hype.
But what are they gonna? So they're not gonna show anything though. It's the same thing every time.
Yeah, it's Smash. We'll just see. Maybe there'll be new characters. We'll get to see maybe part of the roster. Pikachu will be in every fucking Smash game. Come on now. The Sinking City, Skull and Bones, Starline, Battle for Atlas, Strange Brigade, Tempest 4000, Transference, Transit City Touch, V-Rally 4, Warhammer Martyr, War Clash. Those are all the games that we have confirmation will be at E3 2018. So now what I'm going to do, we're going to go back. I'm going to go through each conference. We're going to talk about what we want to see at the conference. I'm not going to look up what's confirmed or anything like that. I just want us to talk about what we want to see for these things now that I've gone over the games and stuff like that. I need to get back to where I was in my notes. God damn it. All right, back to the press conference schedule. So, the first one.
Back to the schedule, yes.
Back to the schedule, yes. So, Saturday, June 9th, we have EA showing off their thing. There's going to be fucking Battlefield 5 there. Now, I know Shawn and Caitlyn don't give a fuck.
Not
about
I don't
Battlefield 5.
give 2 fucks. I don't even give 1 fuck.
Not
About
even like a
what?
fraction of a fuck.
I don't even give like a third of a fuck, or a fourth, or a fifth.
Oh my
The
Or an
fuck about what,
infinity
exactly?
Battlefield
I
5.
don't give 2 shits.
Oh,
This is where I-
no,
this is where I
Battlefield
just
5
zone
can go
out.
eat a pile of rotten dicks.
This is where I zone out right now.
Now, all the political shit aside that we talked about last week, I think it was, I'm excited to see more gameplay on this. See some, hopefully, iconic World War II, I don't want to say arena, that sounds stupid, but like campaigns. Seeing a little bit more of the multiplayer in action, hopefully. They'll probably have people demoing it there and shit like that, so that'd be cool to see. And just see some of the gameplay. That'd be interesting. Next, we have Microsoft on Sunday. You think we'll see a Halo 6?
I hope not.
Mate, what?
How are we gonna play it?
What if it's on PC?
I'd rather play with a controller.
You can. All I do is plug in my fucking Xbox controller. Wouldn't that be fucking
It
dope?
would be dope.
What if you can do split screen? We have 2 controllers.
2 screens.
I don't know if that would work. We could try that. That'd be
Pretty
cool.
cool, though.
Have 1 monitor for each split screen. I don't know if that would fucking work. But
We can figure it out.
Hey, if it had that functionality, I'd kiss their feet.
Oh.
So that'd be cool if we saw Halo 6. Downside, it's being done by 343. So let's hope they don't continue to
Rip.
destroy the story as they have so far. Our little Halo fan fiction that we got going on. What else would Microsoft even show, though?
Nothing. That's all.
mean,
That's
maybe-
their prized possession.
Maybe Crackdown? More Crackdown 3, which I thought was going to come out this year, but I guess wasn't.
What was the name of that? Never mind.
Name of what?
What was the name of that game? Rage? Is it
Rage. That's Bethesda.
Man,
Rage
Bethesda's
2.
just killing it.
I'm excited.
They're fucking killing
I'm
it.
excited for their and usually Bethesda goes
Above and beyond.
above and beyond. Although we're not going to be there, which sucks. I always thought it'd be cool to go and just see all the different like displays because Nintendo always goes like balls to the wall, like for Breath of the
Where
Wild.
is it?
California.
Oh, you already asked that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Man, everything's in California.
Because Breath of the Wild, when they had that game coming out, like they had like grass and like it was all designed like a forest kind of thing
What?
on the stage, and not on stage, but in their like E3 booth that they had for it. And then like when they had
Like real grass.
Yeah, when they had Mario, I don't know if it was real, it might have been turf or some shit. When Mario Odyssey came out, it was all like a Mario level, pipes, blocks all over the place, mushrooms. Like they go fucking all out with their
Invite me. Invite me, please.
Someone please take Halo to E3. You okay?
My skin's on this
Oh,
now.
wonderful.
My dandruff.
On the pop filter. Next we got Bethesda. So what we can expect from Bethesda, we're probably going to see Rage 2, like we were talking about. I want to see more of Fallout 76.
Me too.
I want them to take away these expectations that everyone has that it's going to be something like Rust or DayZ.
I'm literally gonna go on a killing spree if that happens. I'm gonna be so and they released that mobile game for Fallout.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you wasting your time on this?
It made a
Make me a new
fuckload of
game.
money,
It
though.
did though. It made.
Yeah,
I was so
so
surprised.
they're not wasting any time. People are dumb.
I know they are dumb.
I want to see. They don't have to show me gameplay. I think I could be content without seeing gameplay, but I would like to see just clarification because they haven't been clear with anyone whatsoever. All of the information has been from leaks, so that's why everyone's going rampant with these guesses. No one really knows what's going on in that category. The only thing we know is that the game is confirmed to have multiplayer elements to it. And apparently there's a leaker now saying that, oh no, it's much more like a mainline Fallout game. This is taking the series in a different direction, kind of. This was like a prototype of a multiplayer mode for Fallout 4 and shit like that. So it might be a completely co-op Fallout game, which would be super fucking cool. Or it could be something like Rust, where you go out, build bases, have to deal with other people, or Ark, or something like that.
That's not cool.
I've also heard that it's confirmed that they'll have a storyline and stuff like that, and quests to do, dialogue options and shit. So it's bated breath at this point, waiting with bated breath. I hope to, again, we know we'll see more there. I'm thinking of what I want to see, and I don't know what I want to see. I just want to, again, I'd be fine without gameplay. I don't think I need to see gameplay, especially since it's still kind of early. But I'd like
to take anything they can give me.
I want clarification. Bethesda, be a video game company and be clear with your consumers and let them know before these rumors continue to get more rampant. The only information we have is from leakers. So we'll see what happens. Also, Rage 2, I don't really have an interest in. I played the first one and it was okay. It was just a first-person shooter. I mean, it looks like it has like that post-apocalyptic Mad Max style kind of charm to it.
I thought Rage flopped. That was
I think it did.
360 PS3 era game.
It was at the end of the era too. I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember being. I thought it was like middle, because all I remember is in the beginning you raid hideouts and there's mutants. And I think you had a doom buggy.
You know how bad it is?
Was
like
really boring.
For the longest time, I remembered it. For some reason, I thought it was like an on-rail shooter. Like you moved and you just aimed like an arcade. I don't know why. I just thought that. I might have played something like that that had that element to it. I don't know. This really came out of left field. I did not expect to see a sequel to this game whatsoever. But hey,
neither did I.
Power to them. I'd rather have another sequel to Dishonored. But give Arcane more money. Let Arcane do more things. 'Cause I thought Prey was good, really good too, and that game flopped. Not flopped. That's a heavy word, but it didn't do well. Although it critically received good scores, it didn't do well commercially. But I just keep giving Arcane money, man. They make really fucking good games. I don't know. The only other things we could see from Bethesda, do they have anything else planned for Fallout 4? I'm not too sure. I don't know if they'll.
Deep Silver have something coming out soon.
Deep Silver. I think you're right. I just don't know what it was. I might have read it off in the list and I just couldn't connect the two. For some reason, the only thing that pops in my mind is Anthem, but that's BioWare, so I don't know.
No, BioWare is garbage. Wasn't there what's that studio we like so much? Platinum, right?
Yeah,
they did
Platinum.
Beautiful Joe and
they don't have anything on. Well, nothing confirmed.
Capcom spin-offs, anyway. I thought they had something they were working on.
They might be.
Besides a third hairdress girl. Bayonetta.
What?
Besides Bayonetta.
I fucking hate Bayonetta.
Why do you hate Bayonetta?
Because she's in Smash and she's OP as
Oh,
fuck.
yeah. Count as bad memories with Bayonetta.
No, my best friend and I used to play that all the time, and he used to always play Bayonetta. And I would get so mad at him. And he'd be like, I beat you because I play a character that I want.
Then fucking get better, noob.
Oh, got you.
Excuse me, she is OP as hell.
It doesn't matter. You could even in the fucking
Come on, you
DS
played him when he was
version,
playing
the
Bayonetta.
little
Remember?
boxer guy, or fucking from the
Remember?
first game, Samus.
You
or the
played
second
him when he
game.
was playing Bayonetta, and you lost. Remember?
Yeah,
And it
I'm
was
not good
bull.
at the game, though.
Shut the fuck up.
And all you do is play Little Mac.
I can
the fuck?
beat
What do you?
I can
For
beat
you,
Meta
I don't
Knight
play
and
just
Wii.
Little Mac.
What do you?
I can beat Little
I play
Mac.
Zero Suit. I also play Mario. What are you talking
don't
about?
play Mario
Yes,
that
I
much.
do. You don't know
Nobody
me.
plays Mario.
Mario's
Kyle
a good
plays
character.
Mario.
He's a very.
Nobody plays Mario.
Kyle
He's
does.
fucking good. There are people that have won tournaments with Mario. I don't know what you're talking about. Mario's a good character.
Lies.
It's true.
The thing is,
No, it's
you
true.
can beat anyone in Smash. It doesn't matter who they're playing. I like
I don't think you've
Bayonetta, but
played-
I'm taking her down.
I don't think you played Bayonetta before.
Well, it depends on who you play. It's not. I mean, you can play against a Bayonetta, but you need to play against a good Bayonetta. That's all that matters.
But he's not that. He
And there'll
sucks.
always be
He
someone
sucks
currently-
other than Bayonetta. Whenever he plays anybody else.
Well, that's because he's probably
He sucks.
dedicated time to learning the character.
That's why
It's a
you-
fighting game.
Challenge him to
Kyle,
a
you're supposed to be on
random
my
game.
side. I'm disappointed.
Well, then
Don't talk.
he can
Play
claim
smart.
that.
Don't talk to me.
Damn. It's because she plays Little
Challenge
Mac.
I'm gonna
him
put
to a
him against the
rando
wall
game.
right
That's how
now.
you deal with assholes like that.
Well, how do you win if you challenge him to a random game? Because then he's just like, oh, it wasn't on my character. That's the excuse everyone.
Well, you still lost, bitch.
Well,
He
yeah.
needs to get better too.
Well, the whole point of dedicated time to a character is learning them. I dedicated a lot of time to learning how to play Cloud, and I got subpar decent at him. It's not just understanding the mechanics of the game.
I played the shit out of Dead or Alive when it first came out on PlayStation, and I got good at all the characters. So you could do it.
Yeah, but no one's gonna. Usually, someone finds someone that they enjoy either aesthetically or mechanically, and they take the time to learn that character first. And then the way you learn other characters is through matchups. Not many people spend the time to just learn the entire roster of characters, especially with the one with the. I mean, it's not a huge roster, but it's a decent roster like Smash.
I don't know. Smash has gotten pretty huge. The last game had what, like 20-something characters, 30-something.
Yeah, I think it got into the ranges of 30 with all the DLC. I'm
I
excited.
like Mega Man personally. He was my favorite one to play in the last one.
Yeah. Devolver Digital, I have no idea what they're releasing, so I don't know what I want to see at their conference. We have Square Enix. Do you think we'll see Final Fantasy VII this year?
No.
Do I want to see Final Fantasy VII? I don't think so.
No, they're going to take another 10 years to finish it, and by all means, fucking take however, as long as you need to make sure it's not another 15.
It's going to come out, and it's going to be exactly like 15. I'm calling it right now.
I will go to Japan and burn the building down myself.
Me
You
as
heard
hell.
it here first. Arson threats. We're going to see Kingdom Hearts, and we're going to get a release date for Kingdom Hearts, and it will be mid next year. I'm calling it.
And just went in my laptop.
Rip.
I'm calling Kingdom Hearts coming out in November.
Of this year or next year?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love that. But I don't know, man. We'll find out. I mean, if the game's far enough for them to be demoing and entire levels and shit, they got to be close to completion. And they might pull a Fallout 4. The game's entirely done, and it's like, oh, coming out in a month, and then there you go. So
Surprise!
I'd love that, dude. I would. Fuck, just even thinking about it gets me rock hard, dude. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I might just go fucking on a killing spree like Caitlyn would.
So when she goes on a killing spree because she's disappointed, you get happy and start slaughtering innocents.
Yeah, I'm murdering people with a fucking chub going.
Me.
Yeah.
I can't
Call
do
me
that.
the Chub Boy Lando, the Chub Massacre. Be my nickname. Are you still looking for that ant?
No, I'm trying to get a keyboard cover now.
Oh.
I don't know, like, what.
What else does Square Enix have that's coming up? That's like big. Square Enix has so many.
Dragon Quest? There's new Dragon Quest coming out.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know how I felt about the last Dragon Quest actually. That was Inquisition, right? I thought Inquisition was just okay.
They've all been pretty good up to that point.
All right, next we got Ubisoft. We got Ubisoft on Monday. We're gonna see Assassin's Creed, like I said.
Yay.
We're gonna see more For Honor, which has its own dedicated player base, so that's all for that. But I don't think many people have For Honor on their minds looking at E3 this year. But I'm excited to see. You think we'll see? I don't know who would show it, but I know there's a new Mega Man game coming out, Mega Man 11, and I'd like to see something for that. I don't know when it comes out though, or if it's even out. I don't even know. I'm excited.
I've already pre-ordered it.
They probably won't have a fucking conference, like they'll be showing shit they might be there with the game, which would be pretty cool.
That would be smart, dude. Mega Man's a legacy title.
Yeah,
You can't understate that game. That's like Ninja Gaiden or Castlevania. I mean, these things have been around for like 30 years.
yeah. I'm thinking Assassin's Creed and for Odyssey, which is interesting because it reminds me of Mario when I say that. We're getting ancient Greece, so technically it would be taking place a little bit after Origins because that was ancient Egypt, and I think they're connected. Maybe. I feel like for some reason my brain's telling me they're connected in one way or another. I don't know why. Probably won't see recurring characters. I'd love a badass like Spartan assassin, like maybe he failed his Spartan training or something like that, and he resorted to joining the Assassin's Creed or something. So he's like a fucking total badass. I guess not badass enough to be a Spartan.
Make more sense as a Templar?
I guess I don't know what kind of political climate they would adhere to as a Spartan.
Yeah, but Sparta was very extremely militaristic. Choice was not something you had a lot of.
But in this universe, aren't Templars like a part of that? Like they're like a secret organization trying to get the Apple of Eden or whatever, the alien artifact or whatever.
The Templars believe in a totalitarian state where people have no choice over their actions. Whereas the assassins believe in absolute pure anarchy, like no government, nobody telling you what to do. You make your own choices, live and die by them, blah, 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 blah. So Spartan society is definitely more Templar than it is assassin.
Maybe we're killing Spartans then. I could see them doing something like that. Because like in Origins, they had a thing where you'd roam around and they had, I forget what they were called, but they were like Egyptian warriors that would like, they could hunt you down and they just kind of roamed the map. Like there's like 9 or 10 of them, I don't know. And they were just like super fucking tough roaming mini bosses that would show up and fuck up your day if you were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like I had one where I was just at a camp trying to kill everybody and liberate the camp like you do in Ubisoft open world games. And I'm almost done, and the final guy goes up to ring the bell to like alarm everyone in a 30-mile radius with his stupid fucking miniature bell that to come and help. And of course, they're called like a phylaktai or a phylaktai, something like that. I think that's what they're called. Something around that. I think I was close. And he came just like stomping in, and he like fucked me up in like 3 hits, and I'm like, well then, because I was playing on the hardest difficulty, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to touch that guy until end game. And then at the end game, I just ran around massacring all of them and their families. So it was a good time. I enjoyed
13 inches.
Huh?
Those look 13 inches to me.
I don't know. You could look at the computer, like this. Maybe on the bottom they have the size. I don't know. But I enjoyed Origins a lot for what it was. I liked the changes they made to the Assassin's Creed formula, making it feel more like an open world compared to just like a big ass checklist that you're checking off. Now there was still a big ass checklist that you checked off, but it felt more natural, kind of organic, I guess would be the proper word. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm excited to see what they do with this one. Hopefully the map's the same size, if not bigger, because the map in Origins was fucking ginormous. And I'm just excited to run around ancient Greece. I thought that'd be the moment I played Origins. I'm like, we need a ancient Greek game. I think that'd be so cool. Moving around like Athens and shit like that. That'd be awesome. So that's the only thing I'm pretty much excited for. I don't give a fuck about Rage. Rage is Bethesda. What am I saying?
What happened to that Vampire Souls game, the Japanese one?
Code Vein. It says it's due sometime this year. It probably won't be in a conference. That's dead sure. It hasn't even been confirmed to be at E3, so I don't think they'll be there. It's definitely not a high profile game, but it's they say sometime 2018. So, okay. I'm excited for it though. It looks fucking cool. I like the idea of having an actual like AI companion that's like story relevant and stuff that kind of follows you around. And I like the girl with the sniper. I think she's dope.
Well, it keeps her from being so lonely.
Yeah, PC gaming show, probably showing off I don't know, indies or something. I heard that PlayerUnknown might be there for one reason or another after they're done suing Fortnite for miscellaneous
and
reasons.
Losing.
Done.
They're gonna lose the shit out of that.
Yeah, they're just gonna go up on stage and apologize for their behavior. We're sorry.
Well, you gotta think about it, man. If people were gonna sue over knockoffs, that would have happened a long time ago. And every time somebody has tried it, they failed because you can't copyright the way a game plays. You can't copyright the mechanics in the game. You can only copyright the code. And if they aren't using the same code in Fortnite as PUBG, which they obviously aren't, then they don't stand a chance. You can't do it. Otherwise, Flappy Bird would have sued every fucking Flappy Bird knockoff, and that didn't happen. Same with Angry Birds. Same with Mega Man and all the Mega Man knockoffs and Final Fantasy and Legend of Dragoon and every other fucking knockoff that's out there. I think some of the knockoffs are better than the originals.
I think their biggest complaint is like the AI or not the AI, the UI looks similar. And the idea that, but another thing with PUBG, and we talked about this a few episodes ago, is that they didn't invent this formula. They took from H1Z1, which took from DayZ.
Which took from, yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't invent the Battle Royale genre, and all this originated from Battle Royale, the original manga and movie.
That movie was badass.
Yeah, it was. Holy shit. You should watch
I still
that
haven't seen the sequel.
Awesome. I didn't even know there was a sequel. That's got me excited all of a sudden.
What's his face comes back, and he's actually like almost like the bad guy for the first half of the movie.
That's pretty dope.
Like, because it starts off telling someone else's story, and they don't know the whole picture. I'm not going to spoil the whole thing because I want to watch it again too. But and then eventually it shifts back into his perspective, because after the first movie, he goes fucking full on warfare. Like, he is fucking done with society and all this bullshit, and he becomes like super badass. Yeah, well, after that experience, like watching everybody he loves and cares about getting fucking myrtleized.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was intense. But the second movie's fun too. It definitely kind of goes in a different direction for half the movie.
Next we have Sony. Now Sony's probably gonna do balls to the wall, show off all their stuff. We're gonna see Last of Us 2, and I'm hoping for all this. I want to see. I just want more gameplay. Like, give me gameplay. I don't want to see another cinematic trailer for Last of Us. I don't want to see character reveals. I want to see someone playing the fucking game so I can see what this game's going to somewhat look like. So I would
if they want to show it without spoiling it, they should show the multiplayer. They use the same mechanics.
I mean, there's so much to a game where you could drop someone in a random combat scenario without hinting at any major like plot developments or anything like that. Like, everyone already knows that will be Ellie most of the game, that Joel won't be. I don't know how major he will be in the story. I don't even know if he's still fucking alive. But Ellie will be the main character for most of the game. We know that. And I just want to see her doing badass things like what Joel did in the first game, and just give him a small combat scenario and have someone sit down and be like, and just tell them, hey, go at it. Just do what you do and play the game as you would normally. I don't want any scripted bullshit, which we might see. I hate when they do that so much, where they're like, it's like, we got this team of gamers to come sit down and play, and they're all like fake communicating to each other and trying to simulate what like they did that with Anthem, where they were like talking to each other and shit, but it was all scripted as fuck. I hate that stuff so much. I'm like, how dumb do you think I am? This is awful. So hopefully we don't see any of that. So I'm definitely excited to see just gameplay from Last of Us, especially because the game I don't even know how pretty this game looks. All I've seen is pre-rendered cutscenes. So I'm excited to see just the engine and the updates that they've made to it. I don't know if it's running on the same engine that the first one did. It probably is.
Even if it only looks like the revamp of the first one, the PS4 version, that game was still exquisite.
It was so fucking pretty. We're gonna see Spider-Man. I kind of want the same thing for Spider-Man 2. Like, don't put me in a mission. Don't show me any bad guys. I just want to see someone swinging around the city and shit. I know there have been like small leaks here and there that have shown like some of the web slinging mechanics, like things that you can do to maneuver the city and stuff. But I just want someone to like start on the ground as either, because I know you could play as Peter Parker, and then you can, or are we Peter? Yeah, we're Peter Parker. Or you can play as Peter Parker and then shift to Spider-Man. I don't know if you like change clothes or whatever. But I want to see that happen, and then him just start swinging and go somewhere, maybe happen upon some kind of encounter or do a side mission or something, and just give me like a minute or two of someone doing that. That's all I want to fucking see, and I'd be super content and excited for this game.
I'm just excited to get back into the Arkham formula. It's been too long since the last Arkham game.
Yeah, and the last Arkham game wasn't the best.
The storyline was garbage, but the gameplay was still spot on. It was still awesome gameplay, just the storyline was mostly dumb. I loved playing it. All the modes were well polished. That's one thing about the Arkham games, not counting Origins, because Origins was more of a rehash of the previous, but all of the Arkham games were all super polished and super fun to play. I'd say the only downside I had with the second one was there was less claustrophobic fight spaces.
I'm not talking about the second
sometimes when you had a... pardon?
I'm not talking about the second one.
Pardon, bitch?
Third one,
Yeah.
Arkham City.
No.
No, Arkham Knight. Sorry, Arkham Knight. There was less. I enjoyed the fact that it was a bigger world, so to speak, but there was less of those claustrophobic fight spaces where you really had to. I don't know. It didn't
Like think
feel
out
as
your
difficult.
combat.
Yeah, like it felt a little bit cheaper because there was more guys who would just automatically know you were there, and there was more OP weapons, so it got a bit cheaper than the previous two, which relied a bit more on strategy than luck and praying that you had the right gear or whatnot. But I mean, overall, like I don't think it was any better. I don't think it decreased, and I still think the series continued to increase in terms of polish and value. I just don't think. I think the writing went downhill when they killed Joker. As soon as I realized that they were drastically veering off into an alternate direction when they did the Joker steroid fucking boss battle thing, that didn't make sense. And then the whole somehow the Lazarus pit was underneath Gotham, which didn't make sense. And then fucking Talia dying and Joker dying, and they killed fucking Ivy, and just that shit started throwing me out, so to speak, because it's one thing when you do like a parallel universe like they did with those Batman reboot animated films where they would kill off 3 or 4 villains in a film permanently. It was kind of like, it was weird, but like the movies were so well done that you just accepted that this is like an alternate universe. But with Arkham, you were expecting like a condensation of all the best of Batman, and you thought you were getting that, and then they just start icing dudes, and it didn't feel right. But the gameplay part was fucking perfect, and I'm expecting Spider-Man to even build on that, because now you've got all the Attack on Titan aerial acrobatics, and you've got fucking Peter's quips, and it's going to be focused on old school comic book Peter Parker, not movie Peter Parker, not alternate universe Peter Parker. We're talking like traditional 80s, 90s, 2000s Peter Parker, and that I'm fucking psyched about. As long as I can fucking get another costume besides that one with the garbage white stripes and shit in it, because white does not look good on his costume.
The only other two I've seen, I don't know if they've revealed another, and I think they're like pre-order bonuses or some shit. I don't know how you acquire them, because there is other suits that obviously you'll get.
Oh yeah,
and they're like
every
stuff
Spider-Man
that you craft and shit like that. But the ones that they've showed that are pre-order bonuses, I think, are both really silly. I mean, they have the like the Iron suit from the cinematic universe is one of them. And another one's like a Spider
Iron
Punk.
Spider was in the comic too.
But it's not Iron Spider though. It's like the exact same model that they use in like Infinity War, pretty much.
That's the Infinity War was the Iron Spider. It was a different
But I
version
thought the
of it,
Iron
but it's the
Spider-
same principle.
That's
Iron Spider was a power armor suit,
Yeah.
like Iron Man, but it's
thought they looked different.
thinner and tighter to the body, and it had the spider legs in the back. The movie suit was thinner, and the legs would fold up and disappear into the back of the suit. But in the comics, they would fold up, but they didn't vanish.
Yeah, and then they have the Punk Spider, which I know is related to one of the like side comics that they did for Spider-Man. There was actually like a Punk Spider-Man that looks like the one they have in the game. I just don't know anything about it. I just remember hearing someone talk about it, but I know it's related to a comic book somewhere, and that'll probably be how a lot of the suits are, different like eras or types of Spider-Man, like you said.
Yeah, they do it in every Spider-Man game. They have
Yeah.
the unlockable suits. Have like 70s Spider-Man, you'll have animated series Spider-Man, you'll have Spider-Man 2099, you'll have movie Spider-Man. If we're lucky, they might even have like the other 2 movie series Spider-Man suits. They'll have all variations from comic books. You'll probably have 6 to 12 suits easy.
Yeah, I like that it's not something that you unlock just by playing the game, but you like actually like craft them and stuff too, which I think is pretty cool.
I'm sure they've got to have some unlockables in the game. It wouldn't make sense to have to craft all of them.
I don't know. I have no idea. I just want to see, again, like I said, give me some stupid person swinging around the city. Just let me see how the game functions and plays, and I'll be content until it comes out later this year. We'll see more Red Dead from someone. Probably Sony, because they're all over this shit. I'm just not excited
Isn't it
about
Sony
Red
exclusive?
Dead, no, it's going to be on Xbox.
I'm not excited for it, but I don't like cowboy games.
I'm dead ass because I probably don't give a fuck about the multiplayer in this game, so I'm probably just gonna wait for it to come out on PC whenever the hell that happens. I'm sure it will eventually, and hopefully we might get a date here during this conference. That'd be awesome. It's like, oh, PC or mid next year or some shit like that. That'd be awesome. I'd love to see something like that, showing that they actually give a fuck about a decent percentage of their community. And I just can't see why they wouldn't, because they've made so much money on GTA 5, both through console and PC. So it'd be pretty stupid to not have a PC release date within the next week, especially with all the hype around the game. We'll see. We have no idea. It'd be cool to see maybe something more action-y, if they do show gameplay. Again, my entire focus is gameplay. Give me more gameplay. Like, because I know there's talks about, like, maybe possible heist sections. So maybe there's like a train heist that you do with Dutch's gang or something like that. That'd be super fucking cool to see that play out in a quick gameplay segment or something along those lines. I know I've heard that Sony is just focusing on these like mainline titles and showing off more of them and just giving them their all like decent amounts of times instead of just going for like reveals. They're just going to be showing more gameplay of these games that they already have out there. So we might get just chunks of decent time for each one of these games, and that'll be the conference, which, I mean, that kind of, maybe some people could say that kind of ruins the feel of E3, because a lot of E3 is also expecting the unexpected, like, oh, maybe this game will drop, or because we haven't heard shit about it or something like that, instead of just like, oh, here's more of what you already know, but you just get to see a little bit more of it. Now, I'll still be excited, but there's just kind of like that feel of surprise that we may not get. But again, I could be entirely wrong. We may see something that I was not expecting whatsoever. A new Sonic game. I don't fucking know. And then finally,
I'd like to see the 3D Sonics return to glory. That'd be nice.
Yeah, a decent 3D Sonic. Because man, they are far and few in between. But yeah. I like to see a good 3D Sonic game.
What was the last one that was decent? It was,
I like
Colors.
Yeah, Colors was good.
Yeah,
Forces was trash though. Oh man, a hot steaming
I
pile
thought
of it.
was Forces the newer one?
Yeah, where you make your own Sonic OC.
I heard it wasn't trash. It was all right.
Bad.
It just, compared to that fan made one, it just didn't hold a candle. But itself, it was all right.
You could beat the game in like 3 hours, and it's like cringy writing, and it's like a supposed dark side to the universe, but then
Sonic is known for cringy writing. Let's be square here. We want it to be cringy.
I don't know how much I want it to be.
It wouldn't be Sonic if it wasn't cringy. When has Sonic ever, and I mean ever, had good writing?
I mean, but it's not like I thought like the adventure games were decent, and I never felt like a moment
It's
where
still garbage writing.
I know the writing wasn't like attempting to make itself bad though. Like I felt like I never had my mouth like revert into like a butthole in my face because of listening to a line or some shit like that. Because I just pucker so hard I suck my nose into my mouth.
Oh my god.
And there was moments of that with Sonic Forces. So
I'm sorry, I pictured it.
Yeah, dude, I pictured it too. It's glorious.
Dude, if I have Sonic Adventure 2 and I've got a Dreamcast, and the last time I played it, the voice acting was so, especially
fucking
Tails.
awful.
Tails was just, his levels, like, the Tails levels were so hilarious. Like,
sound like if a young Naruto got kicked in the balls or some shit, and they just had him record 50 minutes of dialogue afterwards. That's what it kind of sounded like to me.
But it sounded like somebody was reading off of a sheet of paper. Like, they weren't even trying.
No,
like,
it was.
Oh no! What are we gonna do? We have to stop Eggman. Let's go, guys.
Shit! The teleprompter stopped. It was probably dead ass like one of the producers' kids or some shit, or one of the developers' kids or something. I goddamn guarantee you, because it was not like someone they had to pay. I bet your ass.
No.
I remember one thing I fondly look back at that game is the Chow Garden. Keon, do you remember the Chow Garden?
No.
Where you could like raise the little blue guys and you could train them. Talk in the mic, kid.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
I remember that. Holy shit.
Wasn't that so cool?
That was the best part of that game.
I remember being so fucking sad because I accidentally released one of them, and there's like this whole animation of you watching it walk into the distance with like the cartoony ass like bag on a stick, and it's like walking into the sunset, and I like literally cried.
What was that called?
The Chow Garden. Sonic Adventure.
Sonic Adventure. They did release a Chow game, but I don't remember much about it.
Like, you can have them race, and some of them will sprout wings. You can feed them fruit and shit like that.
Oh, it's so peaceful.
It was. I probably spent more time in that garden than I did playing the fucking game.
I just constantly played the Sonic and Shadow levels because those were so much fun.
Yeah, they were really good. I remember fond memories of Sonic Heroes too, but I don't know how the community responded to that game.
I thought Sonic Heroes got ranked like Colors did, like it was decent.
I remember enjoying it. I thought the levels were cool, and I think they did the teaming not awfully. It made sense, kind of. What time is it?
How long?
We're almost at the 2-hour mark. We're almost done. We just have to go over Nintendo, and we'll be done.
I just miss the when they actually had a cohesive universe and an ongoing story. There was like 4 or 5 games where they were trying to do something, and they just never quite got off the ground. Like, that was back when they made the Shadow the Hedgehog game, which was
speaking of cringe, my dude. Speaking of mouths turning into buttholes, Sonic or Shadow the Hedgehog. Holy shit! What an edgy fucking game, dude. You can like how they say where you could cut the tension in the air with a knife. You can get cut on the edge of that game as you played it, dude. Gotta be careful. Razor blades flying, steroid needles.
It was not great. It was so boring.
It felt like.
And they had like the Shadow's a hero ending, and then they had the ever so slightly different Shadow's kind of an asshole but still a hero ending.
Yeah. Isn't there one where you could just like completely like give in to the villain and like help him destroy the world and shit? I remember that being part of the game, depending on how you played, because I remember there being like a dark ending.
There's only 2 endings.
Because you're like trying to save the president for some reason.
All that dark.
I thought you like helped the villain destroy the world. I thought that was what it was. I don't know.
Either way, you stop the villain.
I don't remember. If you guys are in the comments, you know you played Shadow the Hedgehog. You just played it last night. It's your favorite game of all time. Let me know, dude. Let me know.
Yeah, or don't talk to us because that's fucking embarrassing. What was that on GameCube? I think it was.
Yeah,
it was GameCube.
There's so many good memories.
Fond
on
memories
the GameCube.
Of the GameCube. That was all we had for a long fucking time.
That's all we needed for a long
PS2.
fucking time.
You know what I remember a lot of, and I actually reminded because I saw it on PC. It was on Steam yesterday. Baldur's Gate. You remember
Tales
Baldur's Gate?
Symphonia.
Well, Tales of Symphonia was good.
Oh yeah,
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate. You talking about the
It was a D&D
right?
game
With and you could unlock Dritz Doradin.
Yeah, it reminds me of
It
reminded me of like early Diablo. Because yeah, you'd go through dungeons, you'd get
on
loot.
the GameCube?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't nearly as in depth as Diablo though. It was way
I
more.
remember this screen though.
Yeah,
oh my
you do.
gosh.
You remember we stole it from that kid down the street that was also named Shawn?
We stole it from.
No, there was a kid down the street. Remember named Shawn, and he stole my PS2 memory card. That fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Wait, that was his actual name?
It was Shawn.
Kyle, don't use his actual name.
So what the fuck? We're talking to
Shaniqua.
Shaniqua. Nias.
Nias. What was the word I used for my friend?
Jafar.
So we have Jafar and then we have Nias.
Nias. So Nias, he stole my PlayStation 2 memory card. You know what really pissed me off is you could play the game, but you didn't have your save. So I had to play Jack 2. I had to restart, and then I could only play a few hours. And then when I turned my PS2 off and turned it back on, I had to restart again. But I still fucking played that game.
I thought we got it from George Christopher.
It was a rough time, Shawn.
Me as fuck.
I was not about to tell my mom that I lost my PlayStation 2 memory
because someone
card.
stole it down the street.
Yeah.
I thought we got it from George Christopher.
Christopher George.
Kyle, another fake name. Come on.
Oh my God.
Your attempt at a fake name was reversing the name.
Jesus. No,
that's fantastic.
I don't think
Christopher.
The only thing we stole from Chris. No, we didn't even steal that. But we
stole an Xbox.
His name is Wayne Bruce, and he's definitely not Man-Bat.
We stole Fallout 3 from Christopher George. We stole Assassin's Creed 2 from Christopher George.
No, we did not steal Fallout 3.
We stole Fallout 3 from Christopher George.
No, we did not.
Yes, we did.
No, I know we stole Assassin's Creed.
You are like
we stole
twin thieves stealing shit from assholes.
We stole it from that game that had a dildo on a stick.
Asshole. Take his stuff.
What's in
we
that
didn't
game?
steal Saints Row.
Yeah, we did. We definitely stole Saints Row.
No, I downloaded it digitally. Jonathan had it. Because remember, we do the account sharing? Like, it's still technically stealing.
We stole a lot of
We
shit.
stole from the devs.
We stole a lot of shit.
Rough times call for rough measures. Neither of us had jobs.
Rough measures?
Yeah, whatever. Fuck off.
Okay. Tell me the fuck out.
No, yeah, we stole Fallout 3 from Christopher George. I dead ass 100%. Because I remember committing the act because he came over one night and he was leaving and he's like, "Did I forget anything?" I'm like, "I don't think so, man." And I left his game in my Xbox.
That evil laugh.
When he came over one night because we were all hanging over at my grandmother's house, and he would come over. They lived far away, not too far, like a few hours or an hour and a half maybe. And he would come over. He would come over and hang out with our grandma. Grandma's house was always the place where everyone would meet up and hang out. And he brought Fallout 3 and he showed it to me, like, for the first time. And I'm like, wow, holy shit, this game's fucking fantastic. And so when he was leaving the next day, he's like, "Dude, did I forget anything?" I'm like, "No, I don't think so." And this was me. I was the devious ass little motherfucker. I knew he'd left the game in my console. And he took the case, but I stole the game and he never came back for it. But they were rich as fuck, so he probably they probably just bought another one. I don't know. Well. I also stole a PSP game from him. Man, I was an asshole, dude. I was a little asshole. It was because I remember getting in trouble. It was a Metal Gear Solid game, Shawn. Do you remember a Metal Gear Solid game on the PSP? But it was card based.
Yeah, it was the first one. That was the first Metal Gear. The first PSP. Portable Metal Gear on the PSP was a card game. Yeah, it was I think it was like the 5th or 6th game released for the console.
Because one of the cards had like a woman that would pop up, and the card picture was like kind of sexy. I don't know, I was a little kid, so I was aroused.
It was a poster from the first game. Solid Snake had a thing for pinups and chicks. He liked boobs and shit.
So it was that, and it was that card, and I remember getting in trouble for playing the game. He's like, "Give it back to him," and I didn't give it back to him, and I just kept the disc in my PSP, and then I played it some more. It was a fun game.
Remember those? But I've
been smacked fucking hard by karma for all this shit. Because I remember one time we went to an old church we used to go to, like a Greek Orthodox church, and I was in the bathroom, and I had just gotten a brand new like slim PSP, the white one that came with Daxter. A long time ago, and it also came with like an episode of Family Guy or some shit. I don't know, it was a long time ago, but it was like the first Jack and Daxter game that was on the PSP, but it was just Daxter, and he was like a bug exterminator or something like that. It was a fun game. But I was at church, and I think I had SOCOM in there, or no, it was a Ghost Recon game. I think I have no clue. This was when we were still at Florida Bible too.
Yeah,
we were still at Florida Bible. It was a long ass time ago. And I go to pull up, the PSP was in my pocket, and I was taking a shit, a mean ass dump. I remember it to this day. And I go to stand up and pull my pants up after I'm done with my business, and I hear something fall into the toilet, and it was my fucking PSP. And I had just gotten it, like maybe a week ago. And I turn around and I have my PSP covered in pee and shit water, and I had this. So I started crying. That was the first reaction, being young, and but it was like tears of complete fucking unmitigated rage, and I fish it out and go wipe it off and put like this shit smelling PSP back in my pocket, and then I'm like super scared. I don't know what to do, so we try to put it in. But this was like much later in the day. We tried to put it in rice to get the moisture out of it, the pee and shit moisture, and it didn't. It ended up not working. And then eventually I had to tell mom and dad that I dropped my PSP into the toilet. And if I mentioned those words to them, they'd probably remember the story to this day. So I've been bitch slapped by karma for the things that I've done in my past.
How did you pull that shit off? I don't even understand.
I don't know.
How you would put something that you know could fall out of your pockets like that, like
I was young and stupid. I don't know, man. We would tie skateboards to bikes and see how fast we could hit a corner too.
That's different. I would fucking do that, but I would be afraid of something like I've always been afraid of electronics falling into toilets. It's like a secret fear I have, so I don't let them go anywhere near. It's never been a risk.
Don't let Pennywise get to you, man. It'd be your nightmare.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I've got a toilet chasing me with a Nintendo stuck in it.
Yeah, since then, though, every time I go to the bathroom, my phone is not in my pocket. It will be sitting somewhere else.
No one pees
Where
like that
people can
anyways.
just walk
so.
up and
Like,
steal it.
no one does that.
What, pee sitting down?
No, has their fucking
I'm gonna let you know. There
pocket.
is merit to peeing while sitting down. That's
not
an
us.
enjoyable experience because
Oh, yeah?
you get that time to relax, especially if you sit on your phone and you're just chilling there looking at memes or whatever, dude. That time
so you get poop on your phone? That's fucking fantastic. Fecal germs on the phone.
I wash my case often because of that
Sure
reason.
you
It's
do.
the most like disgusting thing on your person is your
Sure
phone.
you do.
I do. I wash my case often.
Mm-hmm.
Never touch his phone because you know it's got his poo germs and like fucking masturbatory
Well, that's everyone's
cells
phone.
and
Masturbatory cells.
blood.
That was a rough night. You don't talk about that.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, that time that you get to like just relax. Like I'll be having a rough day at work or something. I'll be like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and I just sit on the toilet for 5 minutes.
There's a lot of other things you can do than that.
What do you mean? To rest? No, not when
to,
you
like,
work in a
relax.
fucking grocery store. There's like nowhere to sit in that place. It's ridiculous.
I never get to sit when I work.
Well, I don't give a fuck.
Ever.
Tell me you gotta go to the bathroom. Go sit on the toilet.
You know, one of my coworkers does that. He goes to the bathroom for like 20 minutes straight. He just disappears.
That's bad management. Someone would figure something out. Dead ass, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I worked at Walmart, every once in a while, like I'd be like super fucking tired because I did overnight.
Right?
So, so this is so fucking stupid. I'd go and sit in the bathroom. And I'd sleep on the toilet.
For how long?
Like half an hour. Like it's only when I was like dead ass tired because I'd only get like 3 to 4 hours of sleep a day because I had school at the same time and shit like that. So I'd be so tired, Caitlyn. Like I could not like I'd be walking and sleeping as I like was walking and shit and almost falling over and stuff. So I just go in the bathroom, tell me I gotta go to the bathroom, go like put an alarm on my phone to make it vibrate, and I'd go sit on the toilet and sleep for 30 minutes. They were rough fucking times. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Where was this?
At Walmart, my old job. And if you're listening to this, Arvin, because I know he listens to the podcast,
I miss you.
I'm pretty sure you know about this. I don't
No
think it doesn't
way.
matter. He might have known.
Well, at that time of the night, who fucking cares?
Yeah, it was such a chill job though, and it makes me so sad that I just couldn't do it anymore, like physically, because it was such a chill
Mentally.
job. I literally just fucking swept the floor and threw
Spiritually.
garbage out, and I got paid decent money and was able to work 40 hours a week.
Yeah, I wish.
But it was just at that point where I was like, I can't do
Fuck
this anymore.
dude.
So, well, not fuck this, but kind of. It was a gentle fuck this.
Fuck
Where
Yeah.
are you now? Publix or some shit?
Publix, yeah. Which is
What
still
a
a shitty
great
place to
friend.
work for. Or it's not
Did
a
you
shitty
ever
place
get in
to
the
work for.
bakery?
No, dude, that's not gonna happen for anytime soon. I've let them know that I like to work there, but everyone's so like set in their position there.
So is
It'd
that
take
like
forever.
that's like the highest job you can get in the bakery?
No, like being like a manager or something. But
Well,
I'm not gonna fucking get that.
Obviously.
No,
And then,
store
like, in
managers
your
make
level.
6 figures a year at Publix.
If I'm searching for money, then it'd probably be deli because they make a couple extra bucks because their job is stressful. Apparently, if I don't give
What
a fuck about
my
that,
job's stressful as hell, and I barely make
you
above
work
minimum
for a
wage.
fucking fast food restaurant.
Yeah,
what do you want from me?
where's my
Go work somewhere
syntax for my
Because
job?
you worked at a fast food restaurant.
They don't give a shit about. Kinda don't give a shit about you.
You know that Disney is like
How he changed from don't to kinda because the only reason he says kinda is because they're
'Cause it's
more,
chick-
they're ethically obligated.
Yeah.
well, no, like
they
my
care.
managers like actually care.
Yeah.
My like I
Yeah,
had
but the corporate
We're
structure
so
doesn't give
fucking-
a fuck.
Oh yeah, no, they don't. But you could say that for a lot. Well, we're so fucking off topic though. Let's get back to what we were talking about. So Nintendo.
Do we have a topic?
Yeah, we're talking about E3, dude. We've been talking about E3 for the past. I know it doesn't feel like it, but
Dude,
for
we
the past
haven't
30.
talked about E3 for like an hour.
It was like 20 minutes.
I miss Bruce.
All right, final thing. Nintendo.
Why is Bruce not there?
Because he
Kyle's
makes
a
too much noise.
fuckhead.
What? He makes too much noise. He jumps off the bed. He's an asshole.
I
Probably-
never hear him on any podcast. Like,
here he
you say
comes.
he makes
He
noise, I never hear him.
He heard his name.
He heard his
Here comes.
name.
All right, so Nintendo.
Let him in.
We will after the podcast. We're almost done. Nintendo. We're obviously going to see.
Bruce, too.
We're obviously going
You'll
to
see
see.
him soon.
We're going to see Smash, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about we do this real quick? Kale, name a character you want to see in Smash. Doesn't no boundaries whatsoever. It doesn't fucking matter. Who do you want to see in Smash?
Deku.
I would love that. Yo, Deku in the new Smash. That'd be so fucking awesome. Be right. Or All Might even.
If he has an attack where he says Smash.
It's there. It's done.
I would only choose. No, you gotta set some boundaries. It's got to be from a gaming franchise.
They have a video game for.
Yeah, excusez-moi.
Yeah, dude, they have a video game.
Not out yet. Here.
Yeah, it is. They had a couple that were out on 3DS, so you can kindly fuck off. That's it. Deku for Smash.
Oh, would you kindly?
Yes.
Would you kindly?
Please, I'm triggered. Bioshock. Also, everyone always goes to Goku too. I mean,
that would be cool though.
That'd be cool to see Goku that'd be more realistic than Deku, just because he's such a big icon. It wouldn't fucking.
I don't know why I haven't done that yet.
Deku's gonna catch up.
I'd love to see that. Like just everyone talking about it, like when Dragon Ball Z was in its heyday. Just everyone talk about My Hero that way. Just like you just hear people talk about My Hero on the side of the street. It's that good. I think it's better than fucking Dragon Ball Z was back in the day. The pacing in Dragon Ball Z was
better than Dragon Ball Z was.
The pacing in Dragon Ball Z was shit.
You're just a negative Nancy, aren't you?
It was shit. I'm not gonna lie.
No, come on. Dragon Ball Z was fun, but it's still
Come on, you don't like Pokemon. You don't like...
I like
Deadpool. Come on, negative Nancy.
Jesus. Got him. So Shawn,
somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Shawn, who do you want to see in Smash? It is Monday.
I would, dude. My immediate reaction when you removed limits, like, because everything that's put in has been close to family friendly up until you got Bayonetta in there.
Fuck her.
So my first reaction was like a bubble nurse from like a Silent Hill game.
Oh, that'd be fucking awesome, cool. And I could even like see some of the powers for her too. Oh,
She's got like a scalpel.
We gotta add powers too. Then let's give just 2 attacks. 2 attacks she would use. So Deku, obviously. Deku would be cool if he had like a move. Now this is too mechanically advanced for Smash, but like if Deku can permanently injure his limbs and it slowed him down, but he would instantly knock out whoever he managed to hit with the attack. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? So he'd do like a 100% smash,
I guess.
But it'd be slow. He'd have to like charge it up. And if he hit someone, he'd destroy one of his limbs in the process, but that person would get instantly knocked out and you get a free stock. But
that would make more sense mechanically if he does a smash and it knocks someone out, but every subsequent one gets slower than to have that be a constant thing.
But the initial one would still have to be really fucking slow, especially for something that's like a 0 to 100 death. Like it'd have to be something that'd be really.
All your Super Smash moves like that are slow, aren't they?
Super Smash moves.
No, all of the Smash moves that are that strong are slow, like fucking Samus's charge attack and so on.
Well, yeah, but none of them instantly murder someone, though. That's the thing.
But a lot of them are heavy enough to knock you out when you're half down.
Yeah, well, like if you that's the whole purpose of Ganondorf as a character. That's just like his shtick. That's what he does. You make one mistake and your ass is grass.
Yeah, Ganon
my dad would say.
Cheap.
But he was slow to compensate. Like you'd have to be very good at reading your enemy, or conditioning them into making stupid mistakes.
It's like the exact opposite of Sonic. Sonic, you could throw yourself off the board without even trying.
Yeah, Pikachu was that way.
I did that so many times.
I did that with Little Mac too.
Yeah, Little Mac was a fast fucking, and he couldn't recover whatsoever.
No,
God,
that was the worst part.
You try to get back onto the stage,
and
someone was ledge guarding you, you'd be dead. So Deku could permanently disable himself, but he would one shot somebody. What would be another attack he would do? I think
maybe like disable until he recharges, like some of the other characters do. Like Samus loses her suit, becomes zero suit, and then you can eventually get your suit back, kind of situation.
I guess that was in the older Smashes. They took that out, but yeah,
I know. But I'm just for an example.
Well, I think another cool thing was maybe like you know how how what's the dude, the Renato Arts guy. He's from the first Xenoblade. What's his fucking Shulk? Shulk is that his name?
Oh yeah, Shulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shulk, they do
He
with the
was
sword.
OP too.
Like how he can have like different stances. What if Deku can activate full calling and he'd move faster, jump higher, get more recovery and stuff like that? That'd be pretty dope. Full cowling, whatever that ability is called, and he gets covered in the red lines and he moves quicker. That'd be dope, and it like has a cooldown on it. All right, so we did that one. All right, our fucking Silent Hill character. So I think it'd be cool if she was projectile based. So she threw like knives and shit like that, and she was like a heavy projectile character, kind of like Mega
I would
Man.
make her movement slow, but her attacks extremely fast. So as a character, she's not that fast. She can move in bursts, but overall her movement is slow. But all of her attacks come off really, really fast. So she's a juggler. I
Interesting.
think that would make more sense.
I don't know
Because if you remember the way
she's
they're demonstrated in the games, and in the movie, it's slightly different. But in the games, they're not fast, but they do have like burst attacks where they'll be walking real slow for creep effect. But the moment they see you and they're close enough, they'll haul ass.
Yeah.
And they'll get up to you really, really quick, and then they stab like super fast. So the whole point of the nurses is either take them down before they can get to you, or keep the fuck out of their reach.
Okay. I don't know how well that would work in the environment of Smash, but I don't know
Smash
how well
has jugglers.
Deku would work either. Yeah, but the jugglers are
what's his
fast,
name?
though.
Well,
There's no slow
look at his,
jugglers in Smash.
yeah, well, there's one guy, but all of his moves are mobility. The one they outlawed, Meta Knight. Meta Knight's not a particularly fast character. He runs about as fast as Kirby does, but all of his moves are fast.
I don't even know why Meta Knight was
Right?
banned. I don't remember.
It's the mobility. It's how easy it is for him to get in and out of things. He's just got too many moves that allow him to negate or get out of what everybody else can do.
Yeah, I think the people had an issue with his like armor to his moves too. All right, so Caitlyn was Deku, Shawn was Silent Hill character. Who the fuck would I pick? A Smash character that I want to see. Something that might be topical is maybe if they took, because now we have less family-friendly games on the Switch. What if we got something like the guy from Wolfenstein or Doom guy? That'd be pretty cool to see, since both those games.
Kratos.
Kratos and Smash.
Yeah, who just?
I mean, he's got a
dominate.
bunch of different
He would
abilities.
just dominate.
He could like activate like a rage mode
I haven't
that
finished that game. Fuck.
you get on that shit, kid.
He was cheap as fuck in Soul Calibur.
You know what I'd do? I looked at my poster. I put Hatsune Miku in the new Smash game.
Oh, come on now.
I looked at my poster. I thought it'd be cool. She has like a bunch of like, her attacks are all like aura based, so they have like a area of effect around her, and she constantly plays music as she moves around, and all of her attacks are like notes or shit like
All
that. I
these
think that'd
ants
be
are from
fucking
your
dope.
Desk, dude.
I
She
think
whips the fucking microphone stand around.
I think it'd be cool if she also worked like Sona from League of Legends, where she could activate auras. So like either like one that would slow enemies around her, or make enemies around her take more damage, and she could like combo her auras together, kind of like Sona does in League of Legends. I think that'd be pretty fucking cool. That's my pick. All right. Are we gonna see the new Pokemon game?
Yeah.
No, the new Pokemon game, the one coming in late 2019. Probably not. I'd love to see that. We've gotten a lot. Surprisingly, Nintendo's pretty good about putting gameplay in their reveals, so you kind of get an idea of what you're getting. Like in the Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu stuff, we saw a decent amount of gameplay. So I don't know what else they'd show from that, but I'm interested to see just more of it. Definitely, if we get something from Metroid Prime 4, I would shit myself. I know I've talked about shitting myself multiple times. I'd love to see anything
Have you actually done
that is more than just a fucking JPEG and music playing. Give me gameplay. You don't need to give me gameplay. give me a cinematic trailer for Metroid Prime 4. Give me an idea of what the setting is, who we're dealing with. Is it going to be Samus? It better be Samus.
It's not Metroid if it isn't Samus.
Yeah, and then just where are we heading in this new Prime game? And just that's all I want to see. It doesn't have to be gameplay, especially since it's probably really far off. But give me something, just a taste.
In the
taste.
Was it in the Metroid timeline? They haven't even passed 10 years yet.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, the stories have all taken place over a 5 or 6 year period, so
Yeah, I'm super.
it's not like jumping to another character. I mean, that may feel appropriate because the series feels like it's been going on forever, but there's really only a handful of installments.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Less than 10.
I'm excited. Definitely reasons to pick up a Switch.
Nintendo not going to tell you anything new at
No, I don't think
E3.
so either.
Nintendo, Sony, they all do their own festivals now. So they're not going to tell you anything new there. It's just going to be to promote whatever they've already released.
Yeah, I see that happening too. That was the last one, Nintendo. That was kind of... We just talked about what we would like to see. Things that would be cool. Just the hype, overall hype of E3. I'm still pretty excited to see what happens next week. I think it's next week. Or the week after. I don't fucking know. Just super excited to get into this. Hopefully we get some decent, like, drop-dead reveals. Like, new shit. Not just expanding what we already know. I'd love to see something like that. Something that just knocks me off my ass that I was not expecting whatsoever. That'd be awesome. So.
All right, but question.
Go ahead.
What about joke fighter for Smash? Like one that you could use and play, but it was obviously just put in there.
Yeah, like
just
what's that
for
dude
shits
from
and giggles.
Tekken? I forgot the name of that dude from Tekken. Brian?
Hayachi?
No, he's the fat guy.
Oh, I don't even remember a fat guy in Tekken.
I don't know how new he is. I know he's in Tekken 7 because I played as him. He's a fat guy. I forget his name. Whatever. Again, if you know any answers to what we don't remember, you fucking scream at us in the comments. A joke character for Smash. I'd like to see One Punch Man, and he instantly kills everybody instantly. That'd be a perfect joke character.
That should be like a DLC character.
Yeah, because DLC characters are OP.
OP as hell. Yeah.
He'd be banned instantly from all tournaments.
Exactly.
You'd be the
Meta Knight, right?
You'd be the enemy of all of your friends
He'd be Meta
if you
Knight.
played One Punch Man. But just One Punch Man, and when he gets on the stage, if he even walks into you, you just get instantly KO'd. I'd like that. That's my character. What would your joke character be, Shawn?
Tofu from Resident Evil 2.
Tofu? I don't even know what the fuck that
Tofu.
Is that the dog? Is there a
No,
dog?
in Resident Evil 2, there's a character called Hunk that you can unlock, and Hunk is an umbrella soldier, and he runs through a short chunk of the game with just a pistol and a knife and like one med kit, and that's all you get. And you got to run into a section, you got to steal the virus sample, and you have to escape. And it kind of explains what happens as the game starts. But then they did a hard version of that called Tofu, which is the same gauntlet that you have to run, but you're a large rectangular block of tofu, and your only weapon is a knife.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
A knife-wielding tofu. Give it to us, Nintendo.
Yeah, a knife-wielding, large rectangular block of tofu, man-sized.
Yes. I need that in my life, just as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Caitlyn? Joke character. You don't have to explain anything about him, just something that you think that'd be funny to see in Smash. I have faith. Yeah, the idea was to be thinking of it while we were talking. So we don't have these long
I was
pauses.
thinking about it.
What do you think? Someone that you'd like to see in Smash. It could be anywhere within your imagination. There's no family filter.
Like the doodle
From SpongeBob. Why do I always go back to SpongeBob? I'd like to
SpongeBob
see.
is like the ultimate meme.
So the doodle from SpongeBob wielding the
Has
pencil.
a pencil. He can just erase you.
Just erase
Doodle
you.
Bob?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
Doodle
Bob.
Bob. That's his
Okay.
name.
I'm
or
sure
the
there's
pencil itself.
I'm sure
Holy
there's
fuck.
or the erasing pencil.
Oh shit.
That'd actually be pretty cool, like a master hand kind of character where they could spawn in. You actually like draw in enemies based on your attack.
Yeah, that'd be lit.
That'd be pretty cool. Projectile based character. I'd like that. All right. Well, that was the show. That was the episode. Thanks for stopping by, all of you guys tuning in. I'm, as always, trying to make time as I look for a useless fact. So before we go, let me get the outros from my other two hosts. Caitlyn, you first.
Have a great week, everybody.
Never fails to absolutely impress me with her engaging dialogue.
I'm just being polite.
Yeah.
What about you, Shawn?
Hugs and kisses and all your pink parts.
That too.
I was gonna say that.
Never fails to impress.
Can't believe it.
Fuck. Okay, here we go. And before we leave, before we sign off for tonight, all you beautiful people, I have a thought to share with you. The golden arches of the fast food chain McDonald's is more recognized worldwide than the religious cross of Christianity.